Good evening, everyone. Welcome on in. How's everybody doing today? Welcome on into the stream. We made it. It's a Monday, y'all. It's a Monday, and we made it. It's the start of the week. We are busy. Everyone is busy. Not as busy as Donald Trump, I will say that. Not quite that busy, but busy nonetheless. Apparently, according to Donald Trump, this war is about over. I guess it's pretty easy to end wars when you're the one who decides to start them. I think by this point, Donald Trump might be up to, he might get 300, maybe even 400 new wars ended. Okay. All he has to do is keep attacking countries and then stopping attacking countries. And next thing you know, he will be at a Nobel Peace Prize. You know, that's all it's going to take. All it's going to take is just starting, 200, 300 more wars. And then he will have ended more wars than anybody by starting more wars than anybody. I think it's pretty obvious at this point that might at least has a really good chance that this is the only reason that he did it. I think that might be the actual only reason that he attacked Iran was to try to end a war. I think that might literally be the only reason. I'm not 100% positive, okay? But I mean, if, Ayatollah Khomeini leaving and his son taking over is a win, I don't know what winning looks like. Apparently winning is we have to redefine what winning means. Okay? We have to redefine what winning means. If Ayatollah Khomeini leaves, his son comes in, and then it's like, yep, we're done. Because that's a strange winning to me. That's no winning. Is that like how we also won in Vietnam? Is that how we're taking this? Is that what it is? Is it one of those things where we just say we won and leave? It could be one of those situations where we just say that you won, leave the country, and then just make someone tell you that you didn't, right? Make someone tell you that you did it. And I have a feeling that's what's happening. He's just gonna be like, yep, we won. We won. Ayatollah's gone-ish. Kinda. Just his whole bloodline's there. The funny thing is that we already had, it took no time at all to leak, right? It took absolutely no time at all to leak. That there was literally an intelligence report before we ever even attacked that said we weren't going to accomplish shit. Have you guys seen this yet? The National Intelligence Council in February told the Trump administration that if they attacked, there wasn't going to like that they weren't going to change the regime, that they weren't going to have any change of leadership, that nothing in the way that Iran runs things is going to change. Nothing. They knew that in February, right? So they knew that before the attack, right? Before the attack, they knew, hey, we're going to do this and it's not going to fix shit. I assume that's because Netanyahu convinced Donald Trump to just do it anyway. He was probably over there like, I know all of your, this is the second time that Netanyahu, since in this presidency, this is the second time at least that we know of, right? That Netanyahu has convinced Donald Trump to attack a country against our own intelligence. Can you imagine having like the best intelligence apparatus on the planet, right? Which is what the US has, right? The best intelligence apparatus on the planet, and instead ignoring it, right? And listening to Netanyahu. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I assume at this point that Netanyahu has the keys to the Epstein files, or has like an unredacted version or something. That's the only thing I can think of. He must have the unredacted version ready to go, like fully on deck. Because I think we can do I think the US can do anything in its power except release the Epstein files. I'm pretty sure we can go steal Venezuela's president. We can attack Iran, right? Apparently we're gonna try. I guess we're gonna attack Cuba next. All right. We're gonna have all the attacks before we see the Epstein files. That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all, please, as you guys are coming in, double tap that screen or hit that like button. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We are getting this thing started, and we're going to freaking bring up a caller very, very soon and have a nice conversation. But if you guys could help support by doing that, hitting that like button, hit that follow button, coming in the chat hot. If you guys could come in the chat hot on a Monday afternoon or Monday evening, that is even more important, right? Especially as we're just getting this thing started. Please come in. Don't be a silent person. Talk in the chat to get this thing started. Because again, the more you guys chat in the chat, the more the live pushes me out, the more conversations I get, and then the better live I can do for you guys. So if you guys could help me out with that, I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Okay? So thank you guys so much. All right. Well, I guess we're just going to put the headset on early. There's no point in, there's no point in, waiting around for, oh, the Hoff is here. For some reason you show up on my feed. You know that? It is very, very fun watching you whine to 12 people. I think it's a great live. You should keep going. How come every time I come in your live, there's more people on your panel than there are watching it? Just out of curiosity. I don't know why you keep showing up on my feed. I guess I actually sit around and listen to you for 2 seconds, and that's the most anyone's ever listened to you. So the algorithm keeps feeding it to me. I'm assuming. Okay? I'm surprised you haven't just thrown your account in the trash, which is where it belongs. Anyways, we're going to keep this thing going in lives that matter, all right, with creators that matter over here. So we're not going to waste our time with that. Anywho, thank you guys so much to be here. Thank you guys so much for being here. Y'all, if you guys still support Trump, you can call the number that's on my screen and we can get this thing started, or you can join the guest request box and you can get this thing started. Just let you know, if you wanted my chat at any point about me bringing you up or answering the phone for you, I'm just going to ignore it. I'm just going to keep moving on with my life. All right. But if you guys would also like to have a conversation, I know you guys are out there. All right. And we're going to keep this thing going. Thank you guys so much. So, in case you didn't hear Donald Trump's speech today, the war is over. We've accomplished nothing. Oh, wait, no, I guess we did accomplish something. That's right. We actually accomplished 2 really important things. One, we wasted billions of taxpayer dollars. Billions. There was billions of taxpayer dollars that were wasted in the first weekend, just the first 2 days. First 2 days. We got billions of dollars out there. And you might ask, what did we get for billions of taxpayer dollars? What did we get for billions of taxpayer dollars? Well, I'm going to let you know. Okay. I'm going to let you know what we got. What we got, was we sped up father time by 5 minutes. Yep. We took out an 86-year-old man, right? We probably could have gotten him just about the same way if we just had someone sneak in and switch his decaf coffee for regular coffee, right? I would have bought the K-Cups myself. Okay, and we could have saved billions of dollars. All right. You guys, I can't confirm this, but I don't even think that missile that we sent to his compound hit him, right? I'm pretty sure it probably just went next door and he tripped and fell without his life alert around his neck. And then he was just gone, right? Billions of dollars, all right, to take out somebody that was still somehow older than Trump. Isn't that nuts? Isn't that nuts? Somebody who probably should have been in like care someplace. All right. But luckily, now that we took him out, we now have his younger, more aggressive, more conservative, right? More, radicalized son in there, right? Now we have his more radicalized son. Now that we spent billions to take out an 86-year-old cancer patient, if we had just waited till now, he might have been gone already. But just like every other time the United States has gone into these type of wars and done this exact thing, right? It never freaking represses these governments. It makes people more radicalized because we're sending missiles at schools and killing their children. So now more people are on their side. Thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you? Hello. What actually sounds like you're talking, but I can't hear you. Hold on, that's on me. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, goodness. You are actually was that the Hoff? I don't need you to call in, man. Thanks. Anyways, now we have a whole extra radicalized country. All right. Because now we're sending Tomahawk missiles to take out children, right? Donald Trump said he wanted the regime gone. Regime's not gone. Regime's not even close to gone. Regime might actually be stronger now because they took out the geriatrics, right? It's kind of exactly like what our country would do is actually be stronger if we stopped electing everybody over the age of 80 to serve in Congress. I digress. All right. So now they have a leader that's stronger. They're more radicalized. Donald Trump said, oh, next leader, we're going to pick him. I'm going to be the person that picks him. That's what Donald Trump said. Did Donald Trump do that? I'm sorry, is Marco Rubio leading Iran? I haven't seen little Marco lately. Is that what it is? Did we swap out Khamenei's son with Marco Rubio? No? Oh, that's right, because they told Donald Trump to shove it because they're not going to let him pick their new leader. Big surprise. Big surprise. And what did we do? What do we get all of that? Oh, higher gas prices. That's pretty fun. I do love higher gas prices, right? Maybe if we work really hard now with all of these attacks, right? Maybe if we work really, really hard with all of these attacks, okay, we can get like a deal where we exchange releasing sanctions on the country for making sure they don't get nuclear weapons in the future. Maybe if we're lucky, we can get something to that effect. I don't know. I guess that's why I'm not, in politics. I don't know about how if we can make any crazy deals like, ensuring that people are able to go in there and make sure in the future that the Ayatollah doesn't have nuclear weapons in exchange for release of sanctions. Oh, yeah, that's right. We were already there. We already had that deal. Okay. But Trump has this little fun thing called Obama derangement syndrome, where he just tries to get rid of everything Obama does. That's all he tries to do. Oh, Oh, Obama created a deal with Iran. Let's bomb Iran and waste billions of dollars before doing that. That sounds like a lot better. This whole thing is a joke. The whole thing is a joke, right? And I want to complain about the tax dollars, and I totally can, and all the other things that we lost and freaking gave up in order to this. But I think what's even more important, right, is the 7 soldiers who lost their lives so that Donald Trump could try to play warmonger for a little bit. What did we lose them for? Real Americans, right? Actual real Americans. Ones that actually abide by their oath. Real, actually Americans that actually abide by their oath, unlike Trump. And now they're gone so that we can, what? So that Trump and his rich fins can play with oil futures or market futures? So that they can make a whole bunch of money betting against the market? Such a just thing, right? Such a just thing. So sad. So sad. We're going to take a little moment for those soldiers. They just, I think they just had the, what was it, the 7th one? They just released the picture in the name of the 7th one today. So sad. Young man from Kentucky. I believe he was 26 years old. 26 years old. Crazy. All for nothing. All for nothing. We got nothing. We got nothing. Trump is calling the war over. We got nothing out of this. But that's okay. When Trump's asked about these soldiers, you know what his grave words, and you know when he talks about how much he cares about the soldiers, it's, wow, my curtains. Guys, have you seen my curtains? I picked out those curtains. I love gold so much. I love gold and these curtains. Oh, and the big hole outside. You know, the jackhammers just drive Melania crazy as we're literally headed to war and people are dying. Literally, some Lord Farquaad, many of you will die, and that's a price I'm willing to accept. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that nuts? It's sad, sad. Remember back when Republicans pretended like they cared about the troops? Isn't it funny? Remember back when they pretended to? You know, like when Republicans got us into, you know, Iraq and Afghanistan. Remember when they pretended to care, right? Oh, I heard all of this whining for so long. Oh, there's the 13 troops that died in Afghanistan, which that was very sad also. From a plan that Donald Trump was warned would happen exactly that way due to a drawdown that he created. But when 7 troops die to get fucking nothing, none of you guys, nobody's talking about it. You know what I saw on Fox News today? No joke. On Fox News today, I couldn't believe it. I almost took a picture just to show you guys, right? I almost took a picture just to show you guys. It literally was talking about California policy, right? And how it could raise gas prices. Isn't that a joke? Isn't that a joke? Donald Trump's literally invading a country, which is having drastic effects on the world supply of oil. And Fox News is trying to blame a policy in California that doesn't exist yet. a policy in California that, let me be very clear, doesn't exist yet. And I watched it for I must have watched it for 15 minutes. It was truly amazing. They were like, oh, if they fucking, the policy is going to raise gas prices by $1. And then it puts up the stat of oh, look at the average gas price in the United States. And look at California. It's like, are you literally that sad? Are you literally that sad? Oh, that's crazy. Someone said Enzo is talking about me. Who the fuck is Enzo? Anyways, Enzo is talking to, I don't know who that person is. Okay? I have no idea who that person is. So go debate him and find out. Why would I go to debate someone that I don't know who they are? You go debate him. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Exactly. I don't know. People are trying to convince me that this person matters. I don't think they do. Never heard of her. Never heard of her. Sorry. I apologize. Never heard of her. Anyways, why don't you guys go over there? You guys are all, I see all you MAGA in here whining instead of calling in or joining my request box. So why don't you go over to his? That's my question. If you're too scared to talk to me, then why don't you just go talk to him? That way you guys can sit in your little echo chamber and whine together. I'm here to have conversations with Trump supporters. Y'all are the ones that are too scared to have a conversation with me. So if you're too scared to have a conversation with me, then go over there, bud. We're over here talking about actual things that are happening in the United States, the actual American lives that have been lost at the return of absolutely fucking nothing because Donald Trump wants to start choice wars. Okay, that's what we're doing over here. We're talking about gas prices going through the roof and then back down and then back up, and complete market manipulation happening within the United States right now, as literally we saw how many people actually shorted the market the day before Trump attacked Iran. Isn't that crazy? Literally billions of dollars that were made by Trump and his Trump's little friends that were all in it together to short the market. All right, to short the market before the Iran attack. Isn't that crazy? Hello, how are you?
By Trump and Trump's little friends that were all.
Sir, please turn off the live in the background. I'm talking to you.
Oh. To short the market.
All right. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 38.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
I support Trump because he's a strong leader and because he is making America great again. And not only is he making America great again, but he has the borders. He is doing things to make us, great again, like that we can make more money, getting our jobs back. And I mean, that's great. And he loves God.
Perfect. So Donald Trump said it was a complete sign of weakness if a president had to attack Iran and couldn't deal with them diplomatically.
Okay.
So therefore, he's calling himself weak.
Well, back in the Bible times, there were times when God was weak or when Jesus was weak, but he kept on pushing on. But you have to have weakness to have strength. So therefore,
gotcha.
You have weakness and you have strength. But
gotcha. So the reason why he's strong, hold on, just so I can clarify. The reason why he's strong is because he's so weak that he's strong. Did I get that correct?
If that's the case, then maybe. I mean,
Okay,
you have to
perfect.
have good- you have to have the good with the
That's
bad.
awesome. That's
Have to be good,
awesome.
right? Yes.
Yeah.
Woo!
Do you know, like 5 of the last 12 months, we've had like under than expected jobs? We lost 92,000 jobs last month.
Do you think it's because that people that are not part of America are getting in and taking those jobs?
I thought Donald Trump had sealed the border.
Well, maybe there's still some infiltrating.
No, Donald Trump literally said there has been 0 illegal immigration in the country since he took over. That's what he said. 0. Not a single
That's right.
person.
Because there's still some that are hidden, correct?
No, he's
So-
not saying any are hidden. He is saying 0. Those were his words. 0 people have entered the country illegally under his presidency. That's what he said at the State of the Union.
Okay, but he may have said there were 0 that were entered, and that may be correct. But there are still a lot of immigrants that have not been found, so they may be taking American jobs.
Gotcha. So
Okay,
they
that's
weren't
what
taking
we're-
American jobs before Trump came in, but now that Trump's in, now they're deciding to take American jobs.
Right. I'm just saying. I mean, there's always the people that are like undetected that are taking jobs.
You're
And,
right,
you
but I'm
know,
just
and
just to
there's
be clear,
that are
we had
undetected that are
record
sometimes-
high job
or whatever.
creation, a much lower unemployment rate. We had all of those things. Then Donald Trump came in, said that 0 migrants have come in. So now all of these jobs that were there under the Biden administration that weren't taking any jobs at all now have decided to start taking jobs. Is that just to spite Trump, or?
I'm not sure. I just know that he can't obviously get all of the immigrants out of the country, and if they are taking our jobs, he can't, like, there are people that are uncalled for, if you will. So like those people, maybe there's millions of them, add up, you know. If you go to the dollar store and you buy a bunch of things from a dollar store, it adds up, right? So if there are a bunch of people that are uncalled for that he doesn't know about that are taking jobs, then that would add up to, damn, we just lost jobs. You know,
Okay,
like
yeah, but-
I mean that's just kind of how it works.
But ma'am, listen
The
to me,
people
okay?
doesn't
Listen
know.
to me. Listen to me. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm listening.
We shut down for COVID. Okay. 7 million people
Yep.
lost their jobs. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Because nobody was going to work, right? Those jobs came back.
Right.
Since those jobs came back, okay, we had a single month of negative job creation, okay, since the shutdown for COVID. Not a singular month until June of 2025. All right, which was the first time we lost jobs. So, ma'am, what I'm trying to get you to answer, okay, or maybe understand or figure out where we're at here, okay, and so that we're here. If those undocumented immigrants or all those immigrants that are apparently hiding, right, if they
Right.
were here before, why weren't they taking the jobs then? Why did they start to take the jobs starting in June of last year when we weren't taking the jobs before? They weren't taking the jobs before.
I don't know. I mean, it could happen that way. I mean, they could find the opportunity to take those jobs at this point. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, like, figuratively speaking, they could actually say, "Hey, oh yeah, let's go take those jobs now." You know, I don't know.
So they
It's a
felt
possibility.
emboldened under the Trump administration to start taking American jobs.
Maybe.
Okay,
Well, I don't
what
know.
did he do to embolden them?
Probably say that they couldn't do it, and it's reverse psychology. So then they say, "Oh yeah, we can. Watch us do it." You know, I don't know. I mean, that's what I
So
would
you're
argue.
literally saying that undocumented immigrants are taking American jobs out of spite.
Not out of spite, but that they saw the opportunity to do it.
They saw
Not
the
out of
opportunity. They saw
Yeah.
all these American jobs. They were like, "Oh, got to get them now."
I just maybe they sought the opportunity. I don't know. I not out of spite, definitely not.
Yeah,
Just
that's not the way any of the job creation numbers work, by the way. Even if undocumented immigrants were taking them prior, there would still not be open jobs. That's not how we calculated it. So regardless, Donald Trump is still losing jobs. That's why we have a 4.4% unemployment rate in the United States right now, okay? Which is significantly higher than when he took office because less people are taking are working jobs. And the reason why less people are working jobs is because Donald Trump has done things like put tariffs on all these other countries, which has stopped and stagnated American business in the United States. So nobody is hiring.
right. And for me, like I go by, like I love all people, immigrant or not, and I support him because he loves all people too. He loves God, but the thing is that you cannot let a country become like you have to protect your country. So when he is saying that the immigrants are out, he's not saying if they have a working visa, if they are here legally, fine. But if they don't, then we need to keep America going. Like it's not to be racist. It's not to hurt people. We love people. We love God. It's just to help the system to go the way it should go.
So you think that he's sending people to an El Salvadorian torture prison to help people?
No, I don't think that that's right. I don't know anything about that. I haven't heard about that. But on the other token, I think that sending people to their original country is fine. I don't know exactly what is going on with that part of it.
So you were a big Obama fan then?
No, what?
You must have been a really, really big Obama fan.
I'm not a big Obama fan.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. He deported more people for less money, more efficiently, without breaking the law and without breaking the Constitution. So
I'm not an Obama fan at all.
Hold on, but you just said that you wanted people returned back to their home countries, and Obama returned more people for less money from the taxpayer without breaking the law and without breaking the Constitution. The only thing that Donald Trump is doing differently is that he's hurting people, right? Is that he's creating concentration camps. He's sending people to El Salvadorian freaking, torture prisons. That's the only difference. So if you don't like Obama and you do like Trump's, then all you like is the hurting people part.
No, I don't like to hurt people, actually. So that's false.
That's the only thing I could think of. I'm sorry, because if you say that you want people deported and Obama deported more people more efficiently.
First of all, I never said I wanted people deported. I said if they had an illegal visa to be here, that was fine.
What is an illegal visa?
Legal visa, like if you're working here in the
No, what's an illegal visa?
That's fine.
No, what's an illegal visa? I don't know what that is.
If you have a working visa to work in the States, then you can be here. That's fine. Nobody's gonna say anything. Like you have a reason, like you worked for it. Like what? I never said that people should be deported out. I just said that they should have a reason to be here, a working visa, like, right? I mean, isn't that
I just don't know what an illegal visa is. That's the part I'm trying to figure out. I don't understand it.
I'm going to go to France and tell them that I'm going to live there without a working visa.
What, a working visa? You keep using these words, and I don't know what these words mean. You're saying working visa and illegal visa, and I don't know what either of those two things are.
Well, if you're going to live in another country, you have to have a
which I have.
Visa right. So if I wanted to go to a different country and go work in their country, I would have to have a working visa, and if my visa expired, then I would have to renew it, right?
Donald Trump has overturned the legal status of like 2.5 million immigrants in the United States, right?
Or they send me back, or something like that. Right?
So that would be a work visa, not a working visa. Okay, an illegal visa doesn't exist because that would be like super crazy.
I said it wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay, to know what an illegal visa is, that would mean that literally the United States government is issuing you a visa that is illegal. That doesn't make any sense at all, right? But yes, you need a visa, but there's lots of other ways that you can be in the United States legally, okay? But again, Donald Trump has overturned the legal migration of 2.5 million people in the United States.
So if they had a work visa that was legal.
Ma'am, do you think a work visa is the only way you get into the United States?
I support Trump because he is against abortion. That's my
Wow,
biggest-
that was a pivot.
Just saying.
That was a
'Cause I think
pivot.
that a baby is a gift from God.
Wow, we just went like straight from visas to abort. We didn't even take a breath to enjoy where we were at first, ma'am. We could have taken some time to enjoy, like, bask in the space that we were at. Like, we didn't need to
Because
freaking
God said,
give people whiplash.
Be fruitful. God said, be fruitful and multiply. Why kill babies, right? So because Trump
Ma'am, do you think
supports
Donald Trump
the-
is a Christian?
What? I'm sorry?
Do you think Donald Trump is a Christian?
Donald Trump believes in the values and
Do you believe
of
Donald Trump is a
Bible.
Christian? Yes or no?
I believe that he loves God. I don't
Not what I asked
care if
you.
I don't care if he's a Christian or a Catholic or a Muslim. I believe he believes
Catholics
in God.
are Christians.
And I believe that he
You don't care if
goes
he's a
by
Muslim?
God's morals. I believe he goes by God's morals.
He goes by
and-
God's morals.
It shows.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
in the Bible, God does instruct the Israelites to go and kill all of the Amalekites, every man, woman, and child. Yeah. So, and he
That's
kind of does that same thing in Iran when he bombs, schools. So I guess technically that's pretty biblical.
Well, I mean, I know a lot about the Bible, so if you want to debate the Bible, we could. I mean, I know the King James version, so.
Okay. No, we're just
saying,
talking
the
about,
Bible-
you know you ever heard of the 10 Commandments, since you know the Bible so well? You ever heard of that?
Oh yes, I know the Ten
Oh,
Commandments. Yes, I do.
cool. That's awesome. So, what's the first one?
Thou shalt not have no other gods above me.
Thou shalt not have no other gods before me. Do we need to
Above
bring up the
me.
10 Commandments, right?
I do know the Ten Commandments.
Yeah, what's the first one?
I might not know them in order, but I know every single one.
Okay. Well, you're right. It was thou shalt not have any other gods before me. So, do you think money can be a god? What does the Bible say about rich people?
That, oh, this is Solomon shit. Okay, well, rich people. Okay, what story are we talking about? The rich.
Oh, the
people
part
like
where
Solomon?
God says that it's harder for a
He
rich
had
man to get into heaven than it is for a camel to get through the eye of a needle?
Yes.
Where God talks about and actually erases entire groups of people because they say that money is their God, right? That money
Right.
is the root of all evil, right?
Money is valuable, yeah.
Yeah. So when Donald Trump covets money and only revolves his entire life around money, right? Around
so.
gold, around getting money, and only that, right? He's in violation of the First Amendment, isn't he?
Not necessarily, because he cares about the babies too. Like, not
Number
abortion.
2, thou shalt not make any graven image. Are you familiar with Donald Trump trying to build literal arches to himself? He's trying to build literal monuments to himself currently. Do you think that'd be a graven image?
It could.
Oh,
It could be.
well, that's 2 down. 3, thou shalt not take God's Lord name in vain. I'm gonna skip that one because that one actually doesn't actually mean what a lot of people say it is, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Number 4, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. What does Donald Trump normally do on Sundays?
I don't know.
Oh, he plays golf.
He plays golf. Does take his
Number
his wife to
6,
church?
thou shalt not kill. He literally just started a choice war and just killed a bunch of children. Number 7, thou shalt not commit adultery. That's a rough one. He cheated on his first wife with his second wife with his third wife with a porn star. We'll just skip past that. Thou shalt not steal. He literally stole $400 million from a children's cancer charity. $400 million he stole from kids with cancer. I digress. Number 9, thou shalt not bear false witness. 30,000 confirmed or misleading lies or misleading statements in his first term alone.
I know, because they were trying to make him.
Number 10, thou shalt not covet. Thou shalt not covet. Interesting. All I have to say about that one is just Obama. You know, that is so, it's so like that was super easy. Just Obama. So the only one I have of the 10 commandments that I don't have proof that he's broken recently, okay, is thou shalt not take the Lord thy God in the name of the Lord thy God in vain. That's the only one I have just recently. I'm sure I could find one if I really need to.
You know, before we get disconnected, can I say one thing? Can we just agree on one thing? That God is the Almighty. No matter what president we have, no matter who's in charge, God is the Omega.
No, I don't believe in your God. I know that our forefathers actually believed in the separation of church and state. So when we're talking about politics, there's actually no reason to talk about God whatsoever. All right. But if you want to believe in your God, I have no problem with that whatsoever. I 100% support your ability to worship your own God. Okay. 100%. Okay. No, truthfully, I do. I believe in your right to worship your own God. All I'm saying is you're really bad at it if you support Trump. That's all I'm saying. Because the Bible gives you like pretty obvious instructions on how to worship your God and who to follow and what things to look for and like who the bad people are. Like the Bible gives you like real easy instructions on that.
It does.
Right?
It does.
And you're just screwing it up like real bad.
Before leaving Earth. Basic instructions before leaving Earth.
What?
Yes. It's basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Yeah,
Bible.
you should start listening to them. Yeah.
And I do.
No, if you support Trump, you don't.
I can't control who my leader is.
Yes, you can.
All I know is that
you can not only control it because we have this awesome thing called voting, but then you can choose after that whether you continue to keep supporting him or not. It's not that difficult. It's like so easy.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But I still believe that my Father God in heaven, is in control of all of this. So no matter what we do, it's going to be inevitable. It's going to go God's way.
Yep, I'm sure he was right there when all those school kids got killed this weekend.
And that is unfortunate and very sad.
That wasn't unfortunate. That was Donald Trump's doing. I mean, it's also unfortunate, but that's Donald Trump's doing. It wasn't like it was inevitable. No, it wasn't inevitable at all. It was done, like targeted purposefully.
Wow. I love all people, and I don't think that anybody should suffer or die for any reason.
It's
There's
insane.
No reason anybody should die.
I don't love all people.
Because we're all supposed to work together. Whether you keep your enemies closer and you love all people, that's the way that the Bible tells you.
Ma'am, it doesn't sound like you've decided to follow the Bible when it comes to supporting Trump. So I don't know why you are starting now.
Well, abortion for one thing.
Yeah, the one thing that the Bible never actually freaking comes out and says that the one thing the Bible So the one thing that the Bible actually doesn't say, right, which is abortion is wrong. That's the thing you're going to use to justify it, because the Bible never says that, right? But when I just listed 9 of the 10 commandments that don't, when I just listed 9 of the 10 commandments, 9 of the direct things that God told his people to do, right? And I was able to list 9 of the 10 things and show Donald Trump is not doing any of them. You don't even bat an eye. But with the one thing that the Bible does not say is wrong, that's the reason why you support it. Give me a break.
But thou shalt not kill. So killing a baby, whether it's a fetus in the womb,
actually, the Bible actually specifically in Exodus tells the difference between the life of the mother and a life of a fetus, and says the fetus is only worth a monetary value, differentiating it from the life of the mother, who is actually a life for a life. The Bible does address it and actually specifically says it is not anywhere the same. So therefore, it also says right there that when God says thou shalt not kill, he was not talking about that.
It's still killing, though.
So is cutting your grass.
Abortion is killing.
So is cutting your grass. So is cutting your hair. So is removing cancer. All of those things are killing. Yeah.
At 3 days.
So
So that is why I.
Ma'am,
support
if
Trump,
you want to
because
believe that abortion is wrong,
abortion.
my advice to you, and this is a
It is
pretty
wrong.
simple one. Hey, if you don't believe abortion is right, I have no problem, okay, with you not getting an abortion. I actually like totally cool with that. I would in no way support any type of freaking legislation that forced you to have an abortion, okay? But if you're trying to use Christianity to support it, you're wrong. And if you're trying to use Christianity to support Trump, you're three kinds of wrong, okay?
Abortion is murder. So thou shalt not kill. That's all I got for you.
I know it's all you have, and you have no evidence, including in your own Bible, to back you.
You even said it. Blood for blood, murder for murder.
Yes,
If you kill a baby in the womb, what do you think that is? Murder.
actually, the Bible says that's not.
Where? What
Exodus 5, I believe.
verse? Read the verse.
You really want me to? You don't know the verse?
Yeah,
I thought
read
you were
it.
the good Christian.
Read the verse.
All right, fine, not a problem. I believe it's
No, read the
Exodus
NIV.
5, right? Or maybe it's Exodus 21.
King James version, honey.
I don't
That's the
care
real
which
verse.
version I read it in. It really doesn't matter. Truthfully, it
actually.
doesn't. It really doesn't.
Okay, so what's the verse? I'll get it King James version. 'cause
Oh, I already
that's
have it
the real
up. Don't
verse.
worry. Exodus 21. Let's see which verse is it. It might be later in the verse.
21.
Maybe I'm wrong. Which one is it? I thought it was Exodus 21. Maybe I'm missing it.
Okay, take your time.
Oh, I will. It's not Numbers 5, y'all. It's not Numbers 5. That's a different verse. That's a different verse. It might be Leviticus, actually. There's two eye for an eye verses, actually. One's in Exodus, one's in Leviticus. I might have messed up. All right. I'm having a hard time finding it right now. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time finding this right now. It was Exodus, right? I'm not tripping. What verse is it, y'all? I know, I haven't been reading my Bible lately on purpose. There it is. If men strive, I was right on it and I just didn't read it right. If
What's
men
the
strive,
number?
because I'm not used to reading it in King James Version, because King James Version's a flawed version. But it says, if men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he shall be surely punished according to the woman's husband will lay upon him, and he shall pay as the judge determines. And if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for a life, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe.
Okay, so why murder? Abortion is murder. That just said it, like in the whole thing.
Oh my God!
Bro.
If a men strive and a woman and hurt a woman with child, okay, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow. Okay, that means that the woman is not hurt and just the fetus is. She miscarries. He shall be surely punished according to the woman's husband will lay with him,
Surely
and he shall
punished
pay
because that's
as the
murder.
judge determines.
Because
Okay,
that's murder. Because that's murder.
gotcha. So when the
Because
Bible said
why would he be punished?
so gotcha. So what you think is the Bible when it says, hey, if it causes a woman to miscarry, it's just a financial fine. But if you kill the woman, that's automatic death. Okay, you don't think that's a differentiation?
It says they should be punished because that's a murder.
With a fine.
Oh, it's a fine, but it's a murder.
It's not a
It's an eye
murder
for an
because
eye.
that's
Blood
why
for
it's
blood.
a fine.
Murder
That's
for
the
murder.
whole point of
Read
what the
Genesis
Biden is
again.
saying.
Read when Cain and Abel died. Go ahead, read when Cain and
What
Abel.
about when Cain and Abel
when
died?
Yeah.
Cain and Abel,
Blood for
it's a
blood.
pretty cool thing. They were already born.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't what the Bible's talking about. The Bible is talking about, okay, if you hurt a woman who is pregnant and the fetus dies.
They will be punished because it's murder, honey. Get
They
it?
will be given. Are
Read
you like, can you, is this thing on?
Oh
Are
my
you
God,
there?
I'm not going to go over the Bible with you. Abortion
The
is
Bible,
murder.
listen
It's
to
murder.
the
It's
words
a living
that your Bible says, okay? This is the problem. You're not reading your Bible. Okay?
Yes,
You're not reading
you're
your
talking-
Bible. You want to believe stuff regardless of what your Bible says.
the verse.
Okay? Here you go. If people are fighting and hit a pregnant woman and she gives birth prematurely and there is no serious injury, the offender must be fined whatever the woman's husband demand the court allows. But if there is serious injury to the woman, you are to take life for life, eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand,
Life
foot
for
for foot.
life because it's murder. Get it? I'm done with this. Have a great
Please
night.
be done with
God-
this. I'm so
God
sorry. Guys, it is so funny. It is so funny how quickly people will use the Bible to justify trying to freaking control women and to try to stop other people from doing things they don't like, but completely use the Bible whenever they want to justify fucking to just completely ignore the Bible. The second it comes to Donald Trump murdering children in schools. Literally in schools. Kids go to school. We send Tomahawk missiles through, still support Donald Trump. But when it comes to freaking abortion, they will lie their freaking way out of anything in order to use Christianity to justify it. It is absolutely fucking disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Y'all, thank you guys so much for being here. Please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you guys like support, I do have super chats, super stickers, pay links in the bio, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics, just like my name. And I really, really appreciate that. Also, I have my little live gift goal for new gift gallery. So we're trying to, get that going. So we already cleared the DJ glasses and a couple other ones. So I think we're trying to clear the money gun. So if you guys like sport, you can go up, hit my name, hit my gift gallery, help me clear that. That's really, I really, really appreciate that. Also, all right. Well, we're going to move on to the next caller and keep this thing going. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday for a Monday. For a Monday. And thank you guys so much for the super chats. We will get to the super chats again really, really quickly. I really appreciate that. But I did want to throw up Velvets real quick. That's very good. Church of the Fawns. Hell yeah. Thank you, Santos. Hello, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm great. How old are you?
I turned 59 yesterday.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I don't, but I was listening to the other caller, and I'm from the great state of New York.
Oh, ma'am, I'm
He
sorry.
was-
Very happy birthday. Really, truthfully, very, very happy birthday. But I'm not taking friendlies right now. I'm only looking for Trump supporters. So I do have to have
know,
you.
Polly,
but-
but listen.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. I do have to let you go. I'm so sorry. Y'all, please definitely in the chat for the caller. Happy birthdays out there to caller. Okay. Happy birthday out there to the callers. But we are only looking for Trump supporters right now. We are not going to bring up any friendlies right now. I had a bunch of friendlies on this weekend. Man, we had Thursday. We had a whole Q&A with friendlies. Yesterday, we had a whole freaking time for friendlies. We're not doing friendlies today. Okay? We're not doing friendlies today. All right? Rules are rules. But for real, happy birthday. But for real, happy birthday. I do appreciate that. Hello, how are you? Hello? Nope, nothing. All right, y'all, if you guys still support Trump, you can call the number that's above my head. That is the best way to get a hold of me. Because I'll be getting annoyed with the TikTok callers real quick. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
58.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why would you do something like that?
Why wouldn't I?
Because you had all your brain cells.
You have all yours?
I do. That's why I don't. Yep.
I'm not sure you do because you don't know.
I'm not interested, sir. Why do you support Trump?
And on immigration.
Sir, I know, sir, the Trump phones don't work, okay?
I'm on my phone.
You are? Good job.
What?
We're not doing too well, are we?
No, but the problem on my
All right. We're not going to do that anymore. That doesn't sound fun at all. Y'all, if you guys still support Trump, call in the number that's above my head and we can keep this thing going. Joseph, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate that. It looks like you got a big message in here. And so I'm going to go ahead and read it. But y'all, please make sure you hit that like button, hit that follow button. Keep chatting in the chat. We're going to try to keep this thing going so we can get some good callers and some good conversations. So I appreciate you guys. Activist Paul, a bunch of people conceded the abortion issue in 1979, 6 years after Roe v. Wade used against Jimmy Carter, until the Southern Baptist Conference was neutral. That's actually 100% correct. That's actually 100% correct. Yeah, they were completely neutral on it. Actually, they ruled actually in favor of not like for abortion, but like not taking like abortion rights away up until the 1970s. 100% correct. Thank you so much, Joseph. Hello, how are you?
I'm just going to be really quick. The quality on this phone line is a little bit booty cheeks. So would it be okay if I came up on your the TikTok side of things?
I'd rather you didn't, and your quality is much better than the last guy.
Oh, okay, cool then. All right. So the live creator rejected your request. Okay. I wanted to go.
Oh, you're that guy?
Basically, talk about Executive Order 14160.
All right. Well, no, I'm good. I just hung you up because I just don't like when people whine in my chat to help them bring people up. Like, it just bothers me. Like when people are just constantly in my chat just yelling, bring me up, bring me up, bring me up, bring me up. I just get annoyed and I don't want to talk to you anymore. Is that bad? Is that bad? I just get super annoyed super quickly. Hello, how are you?
Doing great. You a faggot, my nigga low. On the real though. You are an app.
All right. Well, whole bunch of Trump supporters in the chat today. They are on it. Why is Monday such a bad day for Trump supporters? Okay. Are you guys sad about the war maybe being over and getting nothing? Huh? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Are you guys sad now? Hello, how are you? All right. Got some weird ones on today, y'all. I know it's a big case of the Mondays. It's a big case of the Mondays. It happens to the worst of us, okay? It happens to the worst of us, all right? We can't help it. I don't fuck with you. Isn't it funny how quick Donald Trump tacoed on the war though the second the gas prices started going up? He's been saying he's going to lower gas prices the whole time he's been the president. He's been saying he's going to lower gas prices the whole time he's been the president. Goes and starts a war that's obviously going to raise gas prices. And the second they go up, he's just like, okay, we won, war's over. Isn't that crazy? And like I said, they actually I'll throw this up on the screen for a second since MAGA's being scared, and that's fine. They'll be back in a second, I'm sure. Pre-war U.S. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Pre-war U.S. intel assessment found intervention in Iran wasn't likely to change leadership. Literally, from the National Intelligence Council. So these motherfuckers knew that nothing was going to change. That nothing was going to change. They knew nothing was going to change. They did it anyway. Hello, how are you?
Hey, I know I call a lot, but I just got to say that Craig on Gin, please call in. We all want to hear from you. We're tired of hearing from you in the chat. All right. Love you, Paul. Sorry.
Love you,
Thank
bye. Hold on, who is that? That's like, they've done that a few times on my live where they freaking come up here. I need to know who that was. I need them. They just need mod powers, I think. I think they just need mod powers at this point. Right? I don't know who that is. I never know what they're doing. Yeah, right, Ryan? I need to mod that person immediately, regardless of who they are. I don't know which one you're on, but you guys, you need to be modded, okay? Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself to us. All right. Kayla wants to call in and yell at MAGA. MAGA's all scared right now. MAGA has taken their licks. Okay. They're not ready for the day anymore. Oh, that was you? Aren't you already modded? Are you already modded? You're already modded, right? No, you're not. All right. We found out who it was. It was Shush. She's here all the time. Okay. It was Shush. She's here all the time. She just got modded. I don't know if she wants to be modded, but she just got modded. Stacy, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Said, ask her how many ABs Trump is paid for. Do you think Trump knows anymore? And I mean that for two reasons. One, he's quite forgetful. And two, there's been so many, right? Do you really think he knows anymore? Hello, how are you? Hello? Hello, how are you? Hello? No, got nothing. Yeah, I mean, just saying, Donald Trump doesn't remember much, right? And he's had quite a few, I'm pretty sure, right? I'm pretty sure if we'd got those Epstein files released, there'd be even more. Shush, if you're not in the Discord, by the way, there's mod space in there. I need you to join it. But like, I don't think he knows anymore. Really doesn't. Dave, thank you so much for the $5. And happy birthday to the caller. I'll get the train fact for a later day. Yeah, we'll do a train fact another day. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep things rolling. I'm trying to get like a good 2-hour live in with some conversation and see where it takes us. But thank you, Dave. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 28.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah, I support Trump
Why is that?
because he's a great president.
How?
Because he does this country well.
How?
To be honest with you, I don't know how.
I don't know either. You're the one making the statement. You're going to have to tell me.
Well, he's doing a lot for Iran and Iraq,
What's he doing for Iran?
bringing in troops.
Bringing in troops. We're bringing in troops now? He just said the war was over.
Supposedly. Well, supposedly not.
He just said it today.
I don't believe so.
He said put a video in. I made a video and everything.
I don't believe that.
Let's see if I can find it real quick. I know I can find it. It's another way if I need to, but I wanted to find it. I wanted to find the exact article that I pulled up before. I remember it very, very clearly because he said the war is very complete and you can't be very complete. Oh, where'd you go? I just found it. Yeah, he said, Trump says the war is very complete, which isn't even English, right? It's not even English. How is something very complete? Sorry, Joseph, I did say thank you for the $5. I'm pretty sure I did, but if I didn't, thank you so much. How exactly is something very complete? Just out of curiosity. Like it's either complete or it's not complete. It can't be very complete. Is very complete more than like, how is very complete more than complete? Like complete's that's the end point. You can't have extra. All right. Yeah, it's very almost done, right? No, almost done. See, the word almost means that we're almost there, right? Almost complete. That makes sense. We're not at the complete. Adjective almost. We're close to complete. This is very complete, which means it's complete plus extra steps. Right? So we had it at complete, and then more than complete happened. I think. Like if you completely eat a pizza, right? You can't eat more of the pizza, right? It's complete. You ate it completely. You can't eat it very completely. You can't eat it very completely. Either you ate the whole damn thing or not. Okay, maybe I'm a little hungry. Maybe I want pizza. All right? That's not the point. Nobody asked you. All right, I went to the gym today. I deserve pizza. I'm very correct. See, you can be very correct, I believe. Frost King says Trump missed a word. It was supposed to be very not complete. This is giving me your pharmaceutical prices. They're going to be down 15, 16, 1700%, 1800% every time you buy a Tylenol. CVS is going to give you $4,000 every single time. Okay. Every single time you buy 2 Tylenols, that's $6,000. Don't worry about the math. I'm doing it. Okay. Also, your Tylenol's probably, you're going to get $6,000, which you're going to need because Kennedy says you got the tism now. Okay. Goodness gracious, it's so bad. Thank you so much, Frost King, for the super chat. I appreciate that and the fun comment. If you guys still support Trump, please call in on the number above my head. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're gonna keep this thing going. Tannen said every pizza is a personal pizza if you try hard enough, and I try very hard. Okay, and I try very, very hard. Okay, every day. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much, Tannen. Hello, how are you?
6'7".
Was that your age range? Yeah, I'm cool with that. Dude, I used to live in Italy where they literally make pizzas for the size of that. Like that's what they do. Like you order a pizza, it is like the perfect amount for you to just be real big fat kid. It's awesome. Okay. I was on the elliptical and everything today. Okay. Did leg day. I deserve pizza. Okay. I deserve it. And Dark City, thank you so much for the $2. I was waiting on the 2 weeks answer. Usually with everything with Donald Trump, it is 2 weeks away. That is very true. It is generally always 2 weeks away. All right. So I'm sure we are 2 weeks away from ending the war and also very completing the war. Also winning and possibly not winning the war. We are very, very close to all of those things. Okay. We're very, very close. Thank you so much for that, Dark City. Yeah, exactly. We're probably closer to 2 weeks away from nuclear war. or war with China or frickin' something. I don't know. Some type of war. I gotta turn on my AC up here. Pizza builds massive quads. Oh yeah, bro. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. Remember when we used to, you guys remember back in the day? It was like not that long ago. We used to just have tons of Trump supporters that wanted to come up here and defend their president. And now you just can't find one. Now they're all just disappeared. Isn't it cute? I mean, it's a good thing. I mean, I assume that means we won. I guess those poll numbers weren't wrong, huh? I guess we saw those poll numbers and Donald Trump's, you know, like approval rating is at like, I don't know, 11% or whatever it is now. Something horrible. Something horrible. Something horrible. Hello, how are you?
Hey, hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 35.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, things are still going pretty good, man. And it's only been a week since the Iran war has started. So I think we got to give it a little more time.
Things weren't good before the Iran war started.
How weren't they good?
We lost 92,000 jobs last year. We've lost jobs, I think 5 of the last 12 months. Our unemployment rate is significantly higher. Gas prices are now higher. Freaking like, what is good?
So what unemployment percentage would be peak?
Would be peak? I'll just settle for going down and not up. How about that?
Well, it all depends on the jobs that are going down.
Yeah, we lost something like 12,000 construction jobs last month, 28,000 healthcare jobs.
Interesting.
Yeah, we were losing manufacturing jobs in like November.
I'm going off of my economy and the things, the differences that I feel, and compared to the Biden administration to now, my money lasts longer now, so I can only go like anecdotally off of that.
Prices are higher than it was when Donald Trump took office.
Prices of what?
Of consumer goods as a whole, specifically groceries.
It might be the difference in the gas price. Well, not right now, but I felt like my money was stretching out more, especially since I got 3 kids. I'm a single dad with 3 kids, and and I don't even get food stamps with 3 kids because of the income I make.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, if you qualify, that's fine, but that's not what we're talking about. I mean, I go to the grocery store too. I also have kids. Things are more expensive. Things are a lot more expensive, actually. So the data and my lived experience both match there. Yeah.
Well, because I haven't really seen a uptick in the prices of like my regular. Like the ham that I buy has been the same price since the administration started. Like the eggs have gone down a whole bunch. Like the milk has gone down. Like there's a lot of things that I buy constantly that I feel have gone down. I don't know if it's just because of the state I'm in. I don't know if that matters. Maybe as a whole, the nation's average out, because we got 2 polars, like things in New York, things in California are like retarded, like high price compared to.
Nope, I actually have milk prices right here. Funny enough, and milk prices are significantly.
So going off
Yeah.
of
Milk prices
I can't-
were, let's see, 4.025 when Donald Trump took over, and now they're 4.1. So, yep, milk prices are higher than when Donald Trump took office.
Well, maybe in the averages, but like I said, in my state, that's not the case. So
Which state do you
that's
live
like
in?
one of the things that's kind of hard to do with the president.
Which state?
You know, it's like, how can you blame every price and everything on administration? You
Sir,
know,
which
'cause you can't
state?
blame the president for the prices in New York and in California.
Sir,
You know, a lot of those
hello.
things have to do
Hey,
with.
sir, what state
Yeah.
do you live in?
I live in Arizona.
Okay, now you can go back on your diatribe.
Insane.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah. That's one of the things. The only thing that I could blame the president for, as in other ones, is pretty much like the foreign policies, and then the things that are allowed to happen that the president actually has control over. He doesn't have control over prices of food or agriculture.
So gotcha. So what he promised, you're saying, is impossible.
Well, what he promised, because I know he promised there was going to be a better economy. And I know one thing that he promised was the price of eggs. That's gone down, at least in my state.
Sir,
Like
the
I
price
said,
of
in my-
eggs was incredibly high due to the avian flu. Of course, they were going to go down. They were going to go down to, unless you thought the avian flu was going to last forever. And that did not. Donald Trump didn't do anything. Did Donald Trump cure the avian flu, and I didn't know anything about it?
No, well, then that's the thing. Then why were they making such a big deal about harping on him about it? Which is what I don't
Because
understand.
everybody was harping on Biden about it, and the news agencies just took that. That was all. Because people were complaining about egg prices under the Biden administration for whatever reason. Because again, it didn't matter because Biden didn't create the avian flu. And then it was already starting to die off. Trump took office and egg price went back down because the avian flu was over. Neither Biden or Trump had anything to do with that.
Okay, well, I could take that. See, that's good. That's a good even ground right there. None of them had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, but Donald Trump
And like I said,
specifically put in tariffs, okay? And those tariffs caused inflation, all right? And that inflation has made people's prices higher, right? So that's something Donald Trump specifically did do that had an effect on everyone's prices. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. It's the difference between
from the 9% that it grew under Biden, from the 9% that it grew from Biden. It's only gone
grew
up,
because
what, 2%
COVID.
from the 9%.
No, sir. The inflation rate was at like 3% when Donald Trump took office. It's like 3.7%. The 9% was because of COVID, sir. The whole world's inflation rate went up during COVID. Because, things weren't moving, things weren't shipping, things weren't being built, increased demand, lower supply.
Oh, so even though that it went down during Biden, it was because COVID was done with, not because anything Biden did, right? So it's gone, because the last I saw that it was back, that the inflation was back to normal at the rate that the Federal Reserve wants it at, which is usually 2 to 3%. That's the last I heard.
It was 2 to 3% before Trump took office.
And right now it's the same.
I don't know. I don't even looked at the last at March's numbers yet.
Because that's the last time I heard of them talking about it. It was I think 3.5 or something like that. So
it looks like 2.4. So things are 2.4% more expensive than when Trump took office.
But you said when Biden left office, it was at 3.5.
It was 2.7.
So it's at 6 point. It's 6% right now.
It's
'Cause like I said,
2.7.
last time I saw it, it was at 3.5, but that was like, when was that reporting that I saw? You know, I'm not.
Sir, I think we're having a little confusion
Probably
here.
before December.
2.7% wouldn't really be that fucking serious if Donald Trump didn't say that he was going to lower stuff. And the reason why it's at 2.7% is really because of oil, and that's all, right? And that has nothing effect because the president doesn't have any real effect or no huge general effect when it comes to oil production. So oil lowered, so the inflation rate is somewhat staying in balance. Okay, but still consumer goods are up and significantly up, especially when it comes to groceries due to Donald Trump's tariffs. So I just don't know what point we're trying to make here.
Well, I thought that actually Donald Trump opened it up for more oil production here in the United States. And
Under
that's
the
why
Biden
prices
administration,
went
we
down.
produced more oil than Saudi Arabia. We hit more oil production than any time in American history. We're the most energy independent we'd been in 70 years.
Yeah, well, we're only in year 1 of Trump, so by the end, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be up there.
So
So
you
we
think
can't
Donald
take
Trump is going
4
to
years.
beat? So
Yeah, I think it's going good.
gotcha. So just to
So
be clear,
far,
in 2024,
and like with the Iran war, I don't think we're at a point right now where we can say it's a failure. You know, if you say it's a failure right now, that's a very, very, very premature.
yeah,
Like,
gotcha. So what you're saying is in 2024, we were at a spot where we were better than ever before in American history. And now, right, 2024, more oil production than any time in American history. But now that Trump's in office, I need to wait for it to get better?
well, didn't you just say during the Biden administration, we made more oil?
Yeah,
than
we
ever before?
produced more
So that's
oil
4
in the
years.
United States in 2024 than any time in American history in 2024. Then Trump comes in, and in 2025 we didn't do that, and now I have to wait longer for him to catch up so that he can do it. Like we should just kept Biden. We wouldn't have went down. We wouldn't have had to wait years for it to catch up.
Oh, I'm putting it in Grok right now to make sure. That's why I haven't responded.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Yeah. But regardless, you went off on the Iran thing saying, oh, it's a failure. I'm sorry, sir. Donald Trump is on there saying that it is very complete in Iran. So far, there's a bunch of dead civilians. Okay. The Ayatollah, his son just took over, who's even more radicalized than he was before. 7 American troops are dead, and we got nothing to show for it. So if it's very complete, the way that Donald Trump is saying that it is very complete, okay, then yes, that is a failure. 100%.
Wait up. So you seriously take Donald Trump at his word, at every word? You've heard him talking for the last decade, and you still don't get the way he talks in super hyperbole? Are you being serious right now?
Sir, when am I supposed to know whether Donald Trump is speaking in hyperbole?
Wait up.
No. I'm asking you a question. I heard you the first time.
Take them as literal words.
Yeah,
knowing the character and the way he speaks.
In the real world,
So the way
sir, we
someone
call that
speaks-
truthfully.
No.
Okay.
In the real world, the people you know, some people talk certain ways, and you know how they are. So you're telling me that
some people
Donald
lie,
Trump,
and I don't
you
trust a
know
word
the
they
way he talks.
Sir, some people lie, and I don't trust a word they say. Some people tell the truth, and I trust what they say. Okay. But when Donald Trump says we are staying in this war until it's complete a week ago, and now today he's saying it's complete, then now I'm supposed to just be like, oh, well, he didn't mean it. That's what you're saying? When am I supposed to believe Donald Trump, and when am I not supposed to believe Donald Trump? Just out of curiosity, because a whole bunch of times he says things and he means it, and other times apparently it's hyperbole. It seems like you guys just pick and choose when you want to believe Donald Trump and when you don't. And when he says something and it turns out to be a lie, you call it hyperbole. And when it turns out to be the truth, then it wasn't hyperbole and we should listen to everything he says. You guys decide whether it's hyperbole or not after it's already over.
The way that I see it. So let me explain it to you the way that I see it and the way that many people that I know that are support Donald Trump. So one, we don't take him at his literal words. We wait for the actions and the consequences of things. Because one of the things that I have noticed and other people that I know that are Trump supporters is that the thing he does the most is not really tell people what he's up to. You know, like it's a flaw. It's a flaw, but it's one of those flaws that keeps the other world leaders guessing.
No, sir. Donald Trump doesn't keep us up to date on what he's doing because he doesn't know what he's doing.
So you believe that a U.S. president should be able to tell the public every little detail about
I don't need every little detail. I don't need every little detail at all. Sir, I don't need close to every little detail. No, I'm answering your question. I am answering your question.
I have not.
No, you asked me a question. Do you think we should take that the president of the United States should give every detail to the American people? I'm answering that question. And the answer is no. Sir, I don't need the US president to tell the American people when we're going to attack something or every single target of everything we're going to attack or battle plans for a war. I think that's crazy. I don't need the president of the United States to share classified details that could put people in harm's way. That would be ridiculous. But I do expect, okay, when the president of the United States says, the war is complete, that the war is complete. That's not every little detail, sir. That is about as general and as broad as you can possibly make a statement.
Okay, but obviously the war is not complete. Obviously. And see, that's what I'm saying. We, like I said, Trump supporters, through the years, we don't take him at his words. We wait for the actions and what happens. Because his words are so hyperbole, you know, sometimes this, that. And we, like I said, me and the people that I've met, we don't take him at his word. We take him at the results.
Sir, that's your problem.
That's why when the results go bad, that's when you see the criticism.
No, that's what's called drinking the Kool-Aid.
I don't know about you,
but I'm feeling 22.
Anything. What if he spoke everything correctly and things all came out bad? It's the same.
So you'd rather him say everything, lie about everything, and then everything goes bad?
I'd rather he just keep on being who he is.
I'd rather he stop being who he is. I wish he would immediately stop being who he is. Immediately. Okay? Like immediately. Sir, you're literally doing exactly what I said you do. You say you wait for him to say something, then you figure out with whether what he said actually came true, and then you decide whether it's hyperbole after whether whatever he says comes true or doesn't come true. That's fucking insane, sir. That's drinking. That is literally snorting the Kool-Aid.
Not words. I base his effectiveness not on his words, but on his results. That's why I don't judge his words.
What results has he given us?
That's simple.
Higher unemployment, loss of jobs, higher grocery costs, higher food costs, more foreign wars. Was he speaking in hyperbole when he ran on America First, no new wars too? You're calling that hyperbole now?
No, I'm calling it a promise that he's obviously failed at.
Oh,
That's
so he's
simple.
a fucking liar.
Every politician is. I don't know if you've been noticing.
It's insane. Yeah, I've been following politics for quite a long time. Probably a lot longer than you have.
And who's truthful? And who is truthful?
100% truthful. Zero, sir. Because zero people, sir. See, you're making a false equivalency. Okay, you're saying which politician is 100% truthful? Zero politicians are 100% truthful because zero human beings are 100% truthful. We are not making a comparison in between Donald Trump and just any person who's ever told a lie. Okay, we are talking about the president of the United States, okay, who told over 30,000 confirmed lies or misleading statements in his first term alone. That's 20 lies that he tells the public a day, 20 plus lies. That's not a little lie that we told and things happen. That is literal purposeful, okay, and an obvious fucking lying in a way that is meant to be deceptive, okay? And no, I don't know any politician that tells 20 plus lies a day. Okay? Not even the bad ones. Even Lindsey Graham finds a way to only tell 3 or 4. Okay?
Any politician that speaks with such hyperbole as Trump. So if every hyperbole is taken as a lie, of course it's 20 lies a day. That's just how we talk. But let's go back to the oil. So I put it in Grok. And it actually says there was more growth.
I don't care what Grok
for
says.
2025. Okay, so Grok is lying, or
I don't know, sir, because Grok isn't a source.
You want me to cite the pages that it's citing,
sir? Okay.
You want that?
So, sir, if you say that, that's fine. Okay. Whatever. You just told me a minute ago that I needed to wait for Donald Trump's policies to catch up, so it started producing more oil. So now you're telling me that his policies have already produced more oil? Which one is it?
Well, because now I have the information needed.
So before were you speaking in hyperbole like you said Donald Trump does, or were you lying?
Before, I was making a statement based on what you have told me. That because I thought you were going off the 4 years of Biden, not 2024, his last year.
Mm-hmm. How much of that were we able to refine?
That's why I said,
sir, you do realize once we're energy independent, sir, you do realize that once we're energy independent, it truly doesn't matter, right?
Then why'd you bring it up?
Because you brought it up, sir. I was responding to you.
So now that 2025 made more, it doesn't matter?
Sir, I have the numbers right here. I can pull up the whole chart.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
if we are making more, sir, what Donald Trump policy caused this?
I don't know, man. He's done so many executive orders. I can't keep
Awesome. Can you please explain to me why oil prices up until a month of October, which they always cool down in the winter, can you please explain to me why oil prices in the United States, okay, were higher than when Trump took office all the way through last year until October?
What do you mean they were higher when he took office?
He took office, gas prices were higher than that moment for the next 10 months.
See that? And that's where we go back to, I only pay attention to what's going on in my state and in my state.
Okay, well, I'm going to explain it to you, sir. I'm explaining it to you because his policies haven't done anything, okay? And the price of oil is not set, okay, by the U.S. It's set by OPEC based off of supply and demand, okay? We are already energy independent because we were there before Donald Trump took office, because we are literally producing more oil than the United States knows how to use, okay? That is what's happening. Put it this way, okay, sir? If you really like lemonade and you can drink at max a gallon of lemonade a day, if you start making 2 gallons of lemonade, what does that help?
You drink more lemonade, I guess.
No, you can't. You can only drink a gallon.
I don't get what you're asking me. I don't understand.
Sir, if you can only drink physically 1 gallon of lemonade a day, okay, and you have 1 gallon of lemonade that is given to you every single day, and now all of a sudden you start producing 2 gallons of lemonade, What does that help you? Can you start drinking more lemonade? Because it's impossible.
No, you start selling it.
You start selling it. Okay, so now we're making a whole bunch of money off the oil now, right?
I would hope so. If we're producing more, yeah.
Awesome. So now we have all this money in flux, even though we just added another $4 trillion to the national debt.
Repeat that again.
I just want to know why we're going into Venezuela if we have all the oil. Just out of curiosity.
Well, I don't think it was about the oil when they went into Venezuela. I think.
Oh, was that also hyperbole?
For other reasons, because
Donald Trump said it was about the oil.
The oil in Venezuela isn't that good. It's really heavy oil that needs like special refineries, or high tech refineries.
Awesome.
I thought it was more about the fact that Iran had people going over there and getting training.
Sir, Donald Trump said we went into Venezuela for the oil.
No, from when I heard his press conference, I said, I think he said, and since they have the oil, we'll take the oil too.
Nope. Literally was asked, why are you going in there? He said, for the oil. On the plane. He was standing next to Lindsey Graham. I remember the whole video.
Then he must have switched his pants because I heard a different one.
Oh, gotcha. So the entire operation that lasted 1 day changed whether we were going in there for oil or not.
Well, like I said, the one that I heard, well, since they have the oil, we're going to take some of that too.
Oh, okay.
Not that it was for the oil, but because Venezuela was working with people that, like Iran right now, we're at war with them. And it's not because the threat was imminent, but the threat was possible.
By that thought process, we should go to war with every country on the planet.
No.
Yep, because if it's going off of, there is a possibility of it. There's no imminent threat, but there's a
trying to make a nuke. Yeah, we should go to war with them.
Gotcha. Great Britain, here we come. Let's go take out the UK, right?
Any country that is saying death to America and is trying to make nukes,
they weren't though.
Means death to America.
But they weren't trying to make nukes, sir. They weren't trying to make nukes at all.
So they weren't enriching uranium.
I didn't say they weren't enriching uranium. Actually, they weren't. They actually weren't enriching uranium. Sir, I'm in the middle of a sentence here. Hey, sir, I was in the middle of a sentence. Hey, sir. Hey, sir, I was in the middle of a sentence. Hey, is this thing on, sir? Can you hear me? Hello? 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 Are you there? Hello?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. No, they were not enriching above, I believe it was like 6% under the JCPOA, which Donald Trump pulled us out of. And then they started enriching higher. It wasn't until Donald Trump pulled us out of the JCPOA that they started enriching levels higher in any way, shape, and form. And even with all of that, Tulsi Gabbard, the literal freaking director of national security, national intelligence, last year in March said they weren't trying to build a nuclear weapon. So they weren't trying to build one, according to the director of national intelligence last year in March. And then we bombed all their nuclear facilities in June, in which Donald Trump told me that these nuclear facilities have been completely obliterated and that they have set them back decades. And then all of a sudden in February, in March or whatever, they are now building a nuclear weapon. Please explain that to me.
Sounds like politics.
It sounds like you don't know what you're talking about, sir. If they were trying to build a nuclear weapon, then how come the director of national intelligence last year said they weren't? Okay. And then we bombed them in June, and I was told that it was completely obliterated, and Donald Trump said they didn't put them back decades. And then now all of a sudden now it's imminent threat. Please explain that to me.
So why were we before Donald Trump? Why were we giving them money to not build weapons? That was so we were giving them money so they
I
wouldn't
mean, we released
build the nuclear
sanctions.
bomb, right?
You mean we released sanctions?
So they weren't enriching uranium. Well, they were, but to 6%, right?
It was
So I
3%
guess when
actually.
they
I think it was like
said-
3%. I think they started going to 6% after we pulled out.
So when supposedly they told them that they had enough to make 11 bombs, that might be a lie then.
Who said that?
Well, they said, who was it? Witkoff and Kushner, when they went in to negotiate this time around, that the Iranian representative told them they have enough to make 11 bombs.
So Steve Witkoff, the nuclear scientist, how did he know this, by the way?
Well, I think it was him and Kushner that were doing the what do you call it? The negotiations. Or I might be incorrect on Witkoff, but I know Kushner and someone else, and they said that out of that meeting, that's when they told the president that Iran said that they have enough enriched uranium for 11 bombs.
Iran told them that.
Oh, well, that's the report I heard. That's why I'm saying.
Why would Iran do that?
Well, because nukes are the big boogeyman. So if someone says I got a nuke, you can't really deal with them the same way. That's why North Korea isn't dealt with the same way. Even though I think, if we wanted to, we could do the same thing to Kim Jong-un that we did to Maduro. Like,
no, we fucking couldn't.
The only reason I really think we could. I don't think North Korea has a military sophisticated enough.
They don't need to.
I
You
think
don't have to have a very sophisticated military to do that.
To do what?
To
defend?
stop us from coming in there and stealing your president. Yeah.
Then why couldn't Venezuela do it?
Because Venezuela and North Korea do not have the same level of military.
So North Korea makes more money than Venezuela?
You don't need, it's not a matter of making more money. They literally spend all of their money on their military. It's not a lot.
And that's it.
But they probably have an entire army that is just dedicated to making sure that fucking Kim Jong-un doesn't get taken. There's probably a whole branch of their military just dedicated to that.
Yes, I still think we could go in there. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, and I'm saying your opinion is wrong.
Well, I don't think
North
so,
Korea
man.
is literally one of the most fortified fucking countries on the planet.
You know how small it is?
What? You know how small England is? We're going to go take Starmer?
Well, no. You got to be.
But it's so small.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know you could get across the whole thing in 2 hours. But yeah, I honestly feel from, like I said, from the state I live in, I feel things have gotten better. I just right now the only thing is, we gotta wait. The only way I'm gonna call this Iran, the whole scenario, a failure is if 3 months down the line we're still there and nothing's changed. That's when I'll call it a failure. Up until then, it's a wait and see.
Cool. Well, I don't need to wait and see because literally the leader that got taken out, his son is in control. We've gained nothing, and so it's a failure. I don't know what could possibly come up later that was going to be like, oh, we won this. Can't think of a single thing. There's literally nothing that could happen that means that we won. What does winning look like? Honestly, truthfully, y'all hit that follow button or subscribe button if you haven't already.
Hopefully.
What?
Hopefully.
No, I don't. Not hopefully. What does winning look like?
Hopefully, it would be that the Iranian people do cause enough of an uprising and a new regime goes in. That would be winning. Anything other than that is a failure.
Gotcha. So the fact that we're apparently very complete, the regime is still in power, the IRGC is still in power, okay, means that it's a failure.
If you're taking Donald Trump at his literal words, then yeah, it's a failure at this moment. If you're taking him as his literal words.
No, sir. We're not talking about Donald Trump at his literal words. We're talking about your assessment of what winning looks like. That's what I'm talking about. And according to your assessment of what winning looks like, we have failed.
To this moment, yes. Yes, to this moment, yes.
Cool.
That's what I'm saying.
So we don't need to wait for longer.
It hasn't changed. Yeah, I give it, personally, I give it 3 months.
Okay. Well, we've probably done a great job of destabilizing that region for the next 2 decades, but you know, either way, regardless, I am going to move on to the next caller. I hope you have a good one. All right.
All right. You too. Have a good one.
Please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going to be doing this every night this week. At either 6 or 7 Central, or 7 or 8 Eastern, every single day. Make sure you guys turn on the notify me button so you know when I'm scheduling my live. I am scheduling my live earlier so that you guys can show up sooner and have a lot more fun with it. I want to bring back my landscape live too. I really, really do. I want to bring it back, okay? But I need you guys here early and help me get this portrait live back up and going, and that will help me be able to bring the landscape live back. So if you guys are here early, keeping the live chatting, all that sort of stuff, that will totally help me be able to bring the landscape live back again, because I love it. I want to have it back. I truly, truly do. All right. So thank you guys all for that. If you guys like support, I do have super chats, super stickers, live gift goals, all that fun stuff. So if you'd like support, I really, really appreciate that. Moore said, make this phone call very complete. I did. Thank you. Truth is Key, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Said, hey, caller, when Trump shits his pants, was that hyperbole? He's just playing 4D chess. Okay? He's playing 4D. He's playing 5D chess when he shits himself. Okay? Thanks, Truth. I really appreciate you. Carolyn, thank you so much for the $10. Said, if you can't take the president at his word, who can you trust? That's a ridiculous comment. I completely 100% agree. And Lovely Goddess also said something very similar. Said, if you can't take your president at their word, then they shouldn't be president. I could not agree more. W's in the chat for everybody that supported. Also, Truly Black and Proud and Hot Dog and Mishi. Thank you guys so much for the support over on TikTok too. I really appreciate that. If you like support, I do have super chats, super stickers, live gift goals, gift galleries, pay links in the bio. They're all at Polypolitics, all that sort of stuff. So if you'd like to support, I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so very much. Hello, how are you?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm excellent. How old are you?
30.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes.
Why is that?
I want to go with why not, but that's probably not descriptive enough. Well, let's talk about the whole Iran thing going on right now. I think that's going pretty well.
And how is it going well?
Well, I mean, from what I understand, the operation is ahead of schedule as far as the targets that they're trying to go for. And also it seems that the IRGC, even though they're trying to desperately stay in control, they're kind of being, pressured, basically.
Awesome.
It's interesting
Can I ask
how
you a
the
quick
government
question?
of Iran is saying one thing, and then the IRGC is coming out
Quick question.
and calling out the government
Yeah, no problem.
Like,
What's the
calling a week
objective
and
of
all
this
that.
war?
That's interesting. Sorry. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
What?
what's the objective of this war?
That's a good question.
I know.
There's a lot that you could pull from. A lot of the stuff we would probably come up with would probably be just a guess. But if I had to guess,
So hold on. Before you start guessing, so what you're saying is we don't fucking know.
obviously the public doesn't know. Yes.
Gotcha. So we're fighting a war, right? Not approved by Congress, where American soldiers are dying for the final goal
talking about those
of.
6
Hold on,
soldiers,
sir.
the
Hold on,
service
hold on,
members?
sir. I'm not finished. Okay, we're fighting a
where
war.
Did they die?
That, sir, please let me finish my sentence. Then, if you'd like to say something, I don't
Well,
mind.
I
Okay.
mean, you're
Nope,
trying to
not
set up
I mean
a
anything.
talking
I'm
point,
going to
so
finish my sentence now. Sound good?
I'm trying to point out that
All right, no one cares. So, as I was saying, so we are fighting a war that Congress has not approved, where 7 U.S. soldiers have died for the grand objective of who fucking knows. Did I get that right?
they died in Kuwait, right?
Sir, answer the question before you try to move the conversation.
Oh, I didn't hear the question because
I know, because you need to stop talking and start listening so you can hear it, because I've already asked it 3 times.
You asked it once.
How would you know you weren't listening?
Well, I mean, it's not like you repeated yourself. You just started bitching.
It's okay, sir. It's all right. I understand. Not all of us had good childhoods, okay?
Yeah, you obviously.
All right,
did.
perfect.
You
So
must
what
have
I
got
was saying,
bullied,
sir,
or you were bullied.
sir, I'm going to ask this question one more time. If you can't be quiet long enough to hear it and respond, I'll just move on. It's really not that serious.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Perfect. So we are fighting a war that is unconstitutional because it was not approved by Congress, where 7 American troops have died for the grand objective of who fucking knows. Did I get that right? Also costing us billions of dollars.
I guess you could phrase it like that, but then that's kind of just leaving a lot of stuff out of the whole talking point, right?
What I'm saying is, sir, is how are you supposed to have a victory in a war where there is no objective?
Just because we don't know what the objective is doesn't mean that there isn't an objective, right?
If we don't know what the objective is, then how can we judge whether it's successful?
Exactly. So
what you're
what's
saying
your
is at
point
the
that you're trying
end
to
of the
make then?
war, that the Trump administration can make up whatever objective they want to say that we won.
Couldn't the same be said about detractors without even knowing about what's going on? Because what I was going to bring up was the effects that the war is having on the. Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was going to bring up China. They're kind of struggling. The IRGC and Iran being the head of a lot of subgroups in that area.
What
kind of
about
being toppled
tractors?
Would be a good thing. Huh?
What did you say about tractors?
Detractors.
Detractors. What are you referencing there?
Do you know what a detractor is?
Yes, I
And,
don't know
like-
what you're referencing though. First of all, it sounded like you
Well,
just
I mean,
said
you're
tractors,
considered a
and I
detractor.
don't know what I didn't know what you were talking about. So now we're on detractors, and maybe I missed a part of the context or something.
Yeah, I said, what couldn't the same be said about detractors who are complaining about the operations, making assumptions or speculation on the situation?
No.
As to your point, as to how can we say that it is a good thing because we don't know?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I guess that's
because
too hard for you
it's
to think about,
only
huh?
it's because it is the Trump administration's job to make fucking objectives. Are you okay, sir? Are the tractors getting to you?
I guess they're getting to you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, because it's the Trump administration's job to outline the objectives of an operation or a war, right? If they're the ones that are going to be starting it, okay? As far as detractors go, it's not their job to outline or not outline anything, okay? So no, it's not a comparison, because what the Trump administration is doing, okay, is they're just fighting for no apparent reason, apparently, when asked what their objectives are, they don't seem to have a clue. Pete Hegseth was literally asked, and he was like, I'm not going to tell you anything. Oh, it's our little secret. So there's no objectives. So the American people have no idea what their tax dollars are being spent on.
They've been briefed on it.
Their tax dollars are being spent on, or why American troops are dying, why their sons and daughters are dying. They have no objective to go towards.
Where did those service members die at? Do you know?
Yes.
Where did they die?
Kuwait.
So how did they get involved if they were in Kuwait? If the operations took place over Iran and Iranian airspace?
I'm sorry. You literally can't be that fucking stupid, right? Because I'm not going to sit here and like those troops are fucking dead and their families are fucking grieving. And I am not going to sit here and let you fucking demean their fucking lives or their fucking deaths. Okay. With such an oblivious, shut the fuck up while I'm fucking talking. Shut the fuck up while I'm talking.
Oh.
I am not going to let you sit here and demean their lives or their deaths. Okay. Because you are too fucking stupid to think that freaking, if they only die within Iranian borders, then it counts. Okay. So if you want to go disrespect the troops and disrespect their fucking lives, the lives that they actually gave for their country, the lives and the oath that they're actually holding up to, unlike our fucking president and our fucking Congress, if you want to go fucking demean their fucking lives and their fucking deaths, then you can do it someplace the fuck else. Understood?
Oh my goodness, you could use bad.
All right. Obviously, you're not worth my fucking time talking to, so I'm hanging up the phone. What a piece of shit. What an absolute, like, unequivocal piece of shit. Like, and I mean that with, like, no due respect. Yo, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you guys would like support, I do have super chats, super stickers, pay links in the bio. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And still working on the money guns too. I appreciate that too. Thank you guys so much. Hi, do you still support Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. How old are you?
What'd you say?
How old are you?
58.
Awesome. Why do you still support Trump?
Well, first I want to say that last caller was on point, and then you crashed out on him.
Sir, are you up here to defend your boyfriend, or are you here to tell me why you support Trump?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to make that point.
Nobody fucking cares. You guys can go make out later.
Okay. So why do I support Trump? Well, Trump is a great president. He cares about the American people, but he's got a lot of good policies out there. It's just unfortunate the libs try to block him every chance he gets.
The Republicans literally own the House, the Senate. There's literally a conservative Supreme Court, and Donald Trump's the president. The libs can't block anything, sir.
Oh, they try their best to block everything,
but they can't block anything. They don't have the power.
There in the Senate.
Yeah, they can't.
Got a slim majority.
Yeah. So what good policy have the libs blocked, huh?
What's that?
What good policy have the libs blocked?
Anything he does that's going to be good for the people.
No. Give me one.
Like tariffs. Okay, like tariffs.
Oh, like tariffs.
Yeah.
Okay. Will you please explain to me how the 6-3 conservative Supreme Court court with 3 Trump freaking appointed judges is somehow the libs stopping his tariffs?
Well, that's the big corporation. So I guess it's not the libs in that case. Well, Ketanji Brown and Sotomayor and I forget the other ones that voted it
There
down.
was
But then
3 conservative
couple of the
justices that
conservatives got
also
bought out
voted
by
against
the
it,
big
including
corporations.
yeah. So again, it was conservatives because if it was just the libs, the Supreme Court wouldn't have had enough votes. So they needed the conservatives in order to do that. So the conservatives blocked Trump. That's interesting. So you want to try again, sir? Do you have anything else? Do you have anything else? Please name me a policy that the libs blocked, sir.
Well, what about Sotomayor and Ketanji Brown Jackson?
If all of the liberals on the Supreme Court, okay, voted against his tariffs, listen.
If those 3 libs change their mind,
okay, I guess he doesn't want to listen, or doesn't know how to. I'm not really sure.
The libs also did, but let's talk.
There's 6 conservatives on the Supreme Court, sir. How many people are on the Supreme Court?
We're not going to be able to agree on this, but
we're not going to be able to agree on how many people are on the Supreme Court.
Well, there's 9 people until the libs would love it to stack the courts, and whatever they call them, pack the courts, so that they just add Supreme Court people. They tried to do that during their term, but there's 9. So let's talk about the hot topics, Iran or
no. I would just like your policy that the libs blocked.
What's that?
No, I'd just rather have your policy that the libs blocked. I think I would prefer that.
So the libs will. Okay, so like let's say, what else do they do? Okay, so like in Minnesota with all the fraud, so there's all this fraud going on, stealing from American taxpayers, paying to these fraudulent daycares, and nobody goes to jail because all the lib judges over there won't arrest anybody, won't prosecute anybody. So there's an example.
There was 64 people already in prison by the time Donald Trump sent any federal agents to Minnesota that were already in jail for that fraud, and there was already almost 30 more people that were indicted.
Nobody has gone to jail for that.
64 people are in prison. Sir, listen to the words I'm saying. Hello.
No, listen to me.
64 people. All right, sir. 64 people are already in prison. Okay.
Nobody went to jail, you idiot.
No, they're not in jail. They're in prison, sir. They're in prison. So please explain to me, sir, if the libs blocked it, then how are there over 60 people in prison? And that was before Donald Trump got involved.
Nobody went to jail, you idiot. That's why, that's why Americans are pissed off. Why does nobody go to jail for this fraud? And then why are the libs protecting the fraud? It's insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you want to protect fraud? So why are we paying taxes?
Yep. And from the Oversight Committee right here, and we can just throw this up here. The U.S. Department of Justice has charged 98 defendants in Minnesota fraud-related cases, 85 of which who are of Somali descent. 64 have already been convicted. The DOJ has also issued over 1,750 subpoenas, executed over 130 search warrants, and conducted over 1,000 witness interviews.
Well, that's good news. So some people are actually going to jail?
Nope, that was from a long time ago, sir.
Well, what about now? What about the fraud that they just caught in 2026?
Sir, that fraud that they just caught in 2025, they started prosecutions on that in 2022.
The Quality Learning Centers. You ever heard of a Quality Learning Center? They couldn't even spell learning.
Yep, because that place had been closed for a year.
No, that place was claiming it was open. Then they claimed that it was broken into.
The only person claiming that it was open was Nick Shirley, and he already knew it wasn't open.
No, the person claiming it was the guy with like the $3,000 glasses and the couple $100 hat and the watch. And
Not true. They actually sent tons of federal investigators into Minnesota to investigate those claims and found that none of it was true. Yeah.
It's all true.
Gotcha. So you know that it's true, and all the literal federal investigators that literally work for the Trump administration don't know that it's true. Got it.
All the libs block it. That's what I'm talking about. The libs block
Gotcha.
progress.
The libs block
people
the
being held-
big liberal Kash Patel blocks it.
The libs block people being held accountable.
Yep, that's it. The very liberal Kash Patel went in there and said, "Yep, all that fraud was fake." Yep, nailed it.
Kash Patel is awesome. He was partying with the hockey team.
Yeah, it was his investigation teams that said that all that fraud you're talking about is fake.
Nah, he was
Not asking
no,
your
it's not
fucking
fake,
opinion. That
but-
was me informing you, not me asking your opinion.
Well, you don't have very good facts.
Oh,
You're
I just have
brainwashed.
the
lib.
literal oversight committee that is literally ran by Republicans.
Every time I hear you use the word literally, I just envision you're using bird hands, aren't you?
Sir, are you
I know
attempting
you
to
like
hit
to
on
use
me?
bird hands.
I'm not interested, sir. I've had better offers.
What, your bird hands?
No, sir.
when you
If you
talk, you
like
like
me, if
talk
you
at
think I'm
people,
cute,
poke at
just
them with the bird hands.
if you think I'm cute,
listen
just
to
say it,
me.
sir. Okay.
I know what I'm talking about.
Sir, do you
Listen
know
to
what
me,
an
everybody.
ad
Use
hom
those bird
is?
hands. What's that?
Do you know what an ad hominem is?
Do you know what a hobosexual is?
Whatever birthed you.
No, hobo.
That's all I got. Sir, an ad hominem, okay, is when you start using personal attacks because you can't respond to the actual like thing that we're talking about, the actual, like conversation. Okay? And that's what you're attempting to do. All right? Because you can't respond to anything I'm saying. So you're just going off on these little tangents. It's not cute. Like, really, it's not. Okay? So I just thought I'd let you know. Please hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to bring this idiot up for one more second. But if you guys like support, I have like 5 people who have sent me money guns. If one of you 5 just sends one more, I'll clear that off my gift gallery, and that would make me really happy. So if you guys got it, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I need 2 of those by one person to clear that off my gift gallery. Thank you, Tolly. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, really, Tolly. W's the chopper, Tolly. Hello, how are you? Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm still talking to the same idiot, aren't I?
That laugh of yours is a bit of an.
All right, I'm really not interested in you hitting on me anymore, sir. I have better things to do with my life. Thank you so much, Tolly, for that. I really, really do appreciate it. I was like, man, am I really not going to clear this today? I'm be so sad. And was it Chai? Chai? I think it's Chai. Thank you so much for clearing off the roses too. I really appreciate that. I've somehow figured out how to. We've cleared the gift goal like 3 weeks in a row, and I don't want to miss one. I don't want to miss one. They keep making it a little bit harder for me every single time, and I don't want to miss one. We're gonna move on to the next caller. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys like support, like I said, I'm trying to clear my gift gallery there. Thank you so much for the money guns over there. Help me clear off that live gift goal too. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Like I said, y'all, I'm trying to clear off the gift gallery. So if you hit my name, go to the gift gallery. You can help me out by hitting that. But y'all, please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We do this about 5 days a week, so I really appreciate that. It really goes a long way. So thank you so much. We do have super chats, super stickers, all that fun stuff. Jen, I saw your question. I'm gonna actually answer your question when we're done, so stick around because I don't want to. That's gonna go on like a whole diatribe, and we don't need to go on that. But I did see it. Thank you, Jermaine. Shush, thank you so much for the $5. Eric said, thank you for a peek into the abyss. It's rough out here. All right. I'm not sure you're happy to be here, but it's rough out here. All right. Disassociate, thank you so much for the $5. So these callers make excuses for Trump like he's an avoidant ex-boyfriend. Well, he never keeps his promises or his word, but he communicates differently. He's just different, He's just a little different than like the way that we talk. He's more, he's just more in his feelings, right? He talks in like a different language. It's like a hyperbole. Okay. He's got potential. Sure. I mean, he's a bad president today, but like maybe with a little support, he could He could be a better president. I don't know why you always do this to everybody that I love, Mom. I don't know why you do this to everyone I love, Mom. Xantos, thank you so much. Thank you so much, associate. Xantos, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. That I called it 2.0 on March 9th, 2026. Large crowds gathered in Tehran chanting death to America and death to Israel. Really, is that happening already? I figured that would take a little time. I'll have to look that up. Xantos, if you're in my Discord, make sure you put that link in the sources chat over there. I really appreciate that. Leonard, thank you so much for the laughing disco. Shush, thank you so much for the floating heart. Deborah, thank you so much for the girl power. Hey, girl. Shush, thank you so much for the 6-7. Betty, thank you so much for the jar. Said Arya's beat back 2 magas already, flirting with Polly. Oh yeah, don't let Arya at him. She's small, but she's furious. You know, she's small, but she's furious. All right. Right. Ryan says Polly gets hit on more by MAGA than Ari. Yeah, because they don't like MAGA doesn't like, you know, they don't swing that way. That's why they be crashing Grindr all the time. Hello, how would you like to crash Grindr today? Hello, how would you like to crash Grindr today? I was just joking, man. You didn't have to leave. He just totally left. He just totally took off. Sorry, that was too funny. Hello, how would you like to crash Grindr today?
Hey, there's a report coming out of England stating that the missile that's shown on that video is probably not a Tomahawk.
Okay, who's reporting on it? Because multiple different agencies have already done huge diagnosis into it and found that it was. And if not a Tomahawk, it was
the government in England. They say in 2 or 3 more days they're going to publish the whole report.
Okay, I'll wait for 2 or 3 more days.
It's good to wait. You know, those things are kind of touchy there.
Yeah.
One or 2 videos doesn't show it. The Tomahawk has wings, and that missile that they're showing on there does not have wings.
I literally saw wings on it in the analysis of the video. What are you talking about?
All right, buddy.
No, I'm just saying, like, I truly did. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick on that. Like, really, I'm not trying to be a dick right now.
That the inflation was 6 point something when Trump took over.
No, it was not.
According to ChatGPT.
It was 2.7.
No.
According to BLS.
You can ask it. You can ask ChatGPT.
Sir, I don't ask ChatGPT things. I just
saying it's 6.9.
2.9? You just said it was 6 point something.
6.9.
That's
6.9.
insane. That's not even close to true. But if you really want, I can ask ChatGPT. No problem. ChatGPT. No, I'll pull up. Dude, I'll pull up ChatGPT. It's not a big deal. That's fine.
Yes.
What?
Good night.
Was the why are you leaving before I pull it up? What was the inflation rate when Biden left office? I'm putting it in ChatGPT. Oh, it says 2.9 in December. Yeah, I guess it was 2.7 in It was around 2.7 in January, 2.9 in December. So it kind of just when you decide to calculate it. None of it was 6% though. Just to let you know that. Yep, and here it is, just so you guys can see. Yep. The last full month it was 2.9. Yep. See, ChatGPT is not that smart. Yeah, I know. He wasn't going to stick around and actually hear the answer. Shay, thank you so much for the swan. I really appreciate that. That was so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was the chat for Shay with the swan. And Takeover, thank you so much for the 1,000 jewels too. I really appreciate that with the goat. Toby Maguire got bit by a spider, but me, it was a goat. Sorry, I forgot the lyrics all the way. It's a good song though. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm excellent. How old are you?
25.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Of course.
Why is that?
Just, I mean, everything he's doing, I mean, he said he was going to do it, and he's done it. I mean, name something.
In the war with
Everything he's
Ukraine
saying.
and Russia within 24 hours of being president-elect.
Okay, well, that wasn't our war, so that wasn't our problem.
No, you said name something Donald Trump said he was going to do that he didn't do. You didn't say name things that were our problem. You said name something that Donald Trump said he was going to do that he did. Huh?
So Trump started that.
I didn't say Trump started that. Did Trump say,
Why would you bring
I
it up?
will
I
end
said,
the
what
war
did
between
Trump-
Ukraine and Russia within 24 hours of being president-elect? Yes or no?
Come on, dude. No.
He didn't say that.
I didn't say that. I said no. I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, obviously,
Oh, okay.
everybody knew that was.
Didn't he say no new wars?
Everybody knew that was not. I mean, I just don't understand you guys sometimes, man. I really don't.
All right. Well, I think you're trolling. I don't think you're actually here with anything. I think he was actually trolling. I don't actually think that was real. Usually I can tell by people's voice inflection. I'm pretty good with it. So, I'm usually pretty. Some of these motherfuckers you guys think are trolling aren't trolling. Okay. They're just really stupid. But I'm usually pretty good with people that are actually trolling. Yeah, he also said that he was going to lower grocery prices on day one. He also said that China was going to pay for tariffs. He said, oh my gosh, what else did he say? He was going to be America first. That's not true at all. It's harder to name things that Trump said he was going to do that he did. He said he was going to be better than Biden. That wasn't true. Yeah, I'm still waiting for him to lock up Hillary Clinton. All right. And I'm still waiting for him to build that new giant border wall all the way across the southern border with Mexico paying for it. Still waiting on that too. Hello, how are you?
Just fine.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 51.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yep.
Why is that?
Because what he's doing right now.
Shitting himself at Mar-a-Lago?
Well, I mean, every other president, say, back in when George W. Bush was president, he went against Saddam Hussein. The liberal media said, well, are you going to go to war with Iran next? There was always this big conflict that Iran was going to be some big power that
Sir, can you please like talk can you please, I don't know what's going on with you and your microphone right now, but it sounds like you're underwater.
Is that better?
Not really. Are you like on some shitty Bluetooth or something?
Okay, hold on. How about now?
That's much better. You were on a shitty Bluetooth.
I also have a plan from me too. So anyway, Iran has always been the one country that we were always afraid to go against. Like death to America, death to Israel. And that would be the main reason why we're trying to change the regime, because let's face it, Iran is the main supplier of all the terrorists that has been attacking Israel for the past 50 years.
Donald Trump said it wasn't a regime change war.
If you get rid of Iran, then you get rid of the terrorists that attacks Israel.
Donald Trump said it wasn't a regime change war.
Well,
so did Pete Hegseth.
Do you think Iran is a threat to...
It's not what I said. You said we're going there to change the regime. They said it wasn't a regime change war, so we're not going there to change the regime, apparently, right?
But is Iran a threat to the United States?
Of course, Iran's always been a threat, and they're still a threat. That hasn't changed. But you said we were going there to change the regime, and they said we're not going there to change the regime. That's what we're talking about.
Well, if you want to get rid of the threats, and Iran has always been a threat, don't you have to change the regime?
Who's in charge of it right now? Of Iran?
Nobody.
Incorrect.
You had a caller that said his son is in charge. He ain't in charge. Nobody's in charge. They're scrambling.
Nope.
He wants to be in charge.
Just his son. Yep. Nope. That's just what it is. It's his son.
No.
Yes.
That's whatever they're telling you. They got their facts wrong, or they're just putting their own spin on it.
Gotcha.
And
so what Iran, what Israel, what our own intelligence, what every major news agency on the planet is saying is wrong, and you're right.
No, I'm just saying that you believe everything that you. So everything that Fox News says is correct, right?
Nope.
Or whatever CNN says is correct, right?
Nope.
It's dead truth. They're always right. They always tell the truth.
Not any news agency on the planet is always right.
Okay, so if they're not right, and if you're not right, and I'm not right, who would know who's telling the truth?
Yeah. See, you're confusing whether they're always right, whether they're usually right, whether they're mostly right, and what data we have to back all of that information. See, you have absolutely zero evidence backing you that would say that you're a credible source, right? But see, here's the fun thing about that. It doesn't matter whether they're right wing or left wing, whether they're in America or outside of it, whether they're allies of Iran or they're adversaries to Iran. Literally all of them, okay, are saying that his son's in charge. All of them. Fox, CNN, MSNBC, BBC, AP, New York Times, Reuters, Israeli news, Iranian news. Literally no one is saying that. The entire fucking world is saying that his son is in charge, and you're the only one saying that he's not.
Okay, well, let's just say it. Just for the sake of argument, he's in charge. Okay. That's why we're still fighting, because we're still trying to find him, because let's face it, if he gets into power, then the whole conflict with Iran will be pointless. Correct?
Yep, and what happens when we take him off? Take him out?
Then didn't Trump say that he's going to try to handpick the successor to the country of Iran?
And what makes you think they're going to let him do that?
Well, when they started attacking Iran, didn't Iran try to attack Abu Dhabi and the Saudi Arabia and everything?
Yep.
When they was okay.
That doesn't answer my question, though, sir. That doesn't answer my question. The question was why? What makes you think that Iran's government is going to let Donald Trump pick their next leader? That was the question.
Because the people is going to elect their new government. That's
what makes you think that anyone in Iran is going to let the people elect anybody?
Because that's why they are at. That's why the whole conflict is happening. It's because they want regime change.
Okay,
No matter how you
again,
look at it.
they said he didn't. And by the way, and I think I might even still have the article up just for fun, because I was reading it right before we got up here, where literally the U.S. National Intelligence Council briefed the Trump administration, apparently everyone else, right, before this war started, saying that the assessment found that intervention in Iran wasn't likely to change leadership.
Wow. Okay.
So they literally knew prior to us going in and doing any of this stuff, right? So before any of that, they knew that any action that we took was unlikely to do a regime change. All right. And it says right here, U.S. intelligence assessment completed shortly before the United States and Israel launched a war on Iran had determined that the American military intervention was not likely to lead to regime change in the Islamic Republic. The National Intelligence Council assessment in February concluded that neither limited airstrikes nor a large prolonged military campaign would be likely to result in a new government taking over in Iran. Even if current leadership was killed, according to the two people who spoke on condition of anonymity, I can never say that word, anonymity. I can never say that word. To describe the classified report, the determination undercuts the administration's assertion that it can complete its objectives in Iran relatively quickly, perhaps in a matter of weeks. The administration has asserted that it is not seeking regime change in Iran, even as the strikes have taken out many figures in the Iranian leadership, and President Donald Trump considers whom he would like to see lead the country. So, A, he said it's not a regime change war. B, pre-war assessment says they're not going to be able to do that, even if that's what he wanted, right? Which, again, he says he doesn't. He's acting like he does, right? Pete Hegseth up on the stage being like, well, this isn't a regime change war, but we sure did, but the regime sure did change. Which I just want to know, like, how many times he practiced that in the mirror before he got up there, like, truthfully, like, how many times, anyways.
Well, since they did kill the Ayatollah, that's the whole basis of regime change. You agree with that, right?
No. There's just a new Ayatollah now. You know, there was a previous Ayatollah too, right?
You say it's a war. I say it's a complex. Because he gave the super people that's in the Congress and the Senate 24 hours saying that he's going to do this. They don't have to act for a declaration of war until after 60 or 90 days. So it's not a war, it's a conflict, because Obama did it to Libya, and they didn't have no fuss about it when he was in
Actually,
power.
Congress gave him approval for that.
So if it's not over a regime change,
like we're just going to ignore
you
that.
don't think it's over religion?
Like how we're just going to bypass that, but I guess whatever. What did you say?
You don't think this is a war over religion?
I don't think it's a war over anything. I think it's Donald Trump, who has been the first president of 40 years of presidents of Israel trying to get them to take out Iran, right? Or help them take out Iran. And Donald Trump being the only one weak-minded enough to actually help them try to do it. That's it. Like literally nothing else. Israel has literally been, for 35 years, been trying to convince the United States to attack Iran because they're a week away from a nuclear weapon. And every president, even dumb motherfucking Bush, okay, wasn't stupid enough to fucking do it. All right. And Donald Trump just literally lacks all of the brain cells in order to do it. That's what I think is happening, if you want me to be completely honest.
So what was the Hillary Secretary of State and Obama new Iranian deal was all about? Do you think that was a mistake?
Are you talking about the JCPOA?
The new Iranian deal that Obama made with them.
You're talking about the JCPOA.
Hillary Clinton had the little red
or
button.
they call it the Iranian nuclear deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
Do you think she should have done that?
Do I think we should have had the Iranian nuclear deal? Yeah. It limited Iran's ability to create nuclear weapons, which I thought was the point.
Well, wait a minute. I thought Iran was been a threat and always have been a threat for 30 years. So if Iran was a threat, then
if
why
Iran is a threat and we can limit their ability to have nuclear weapons, isn't that good that we're limiting our threat's ability to have nuclear weapons?
Yeah, but didn't we give them money?
Nope. We released sanctions on them.
Okay, but as long as they're... Seems like the Hezbollah and whoever else did it on October 7th, wasn't they funded by Iran?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Okay, funded, which means Iran helped them with money to buy the supplies to go to war with Israel.
Yeah,
So,
Iran is not good people. The Ayatollah is really, really bad people.
Okay, if you're going to, if he's such a deadly threat, then take him out.
Yeah, but sir,
he's
you just
that
put
bad of
his
a
son
person,
in, who's a more deadly threat
to his own people.
to everyone.
Okay, then why are you bitching about them going to take him out?
I'm
Why
not
is it such
bitching
a
about the
bad
Ayatollah being gone. I'm
topic?
bitching
Sorry.
about us going to war without without Congress spending billions of American dollars, right? Billions of American tax dollars, and risking the lives of American troops, especially in a point where 7 of them have been killed. Okay, to end up with the exact same regime that we had before.
Well, they presume they don't know what's really going to happen.
No, if you actually look at his ideology and the things he's released, he's actually much worse.
Then that's why we haven't stopped bombing Iran, because they want to take him out.
And we can bomb them until the literal, what is it? Until the cows come home. We can bomb Iran until the literal cows come home. And unless we do a prolonged, decades-long war with boots on the ground, nothing is gonna fucking change. And that's just the fucking truth, man. And so if the goal is regime change, then we're not succeeding. Okay, we are not. We literally just took out an 86-year-old with cancer, spending billions of dollars of American taxpayer dollars to do what I'm pretty sure either cancer or old age would have probably done by the end of the year anyway.
Well, all I know is that he's done something that no other president had the guts to do, and he's putting his money where his mouth is. And every president has its shitty side, I guess you would say. And you will never agree with Trump, right? No matter what he does.
Why do people say that? Dude, it's not that I dislike Trump and so therefore I disagree with all the things he does. It's because he does stupid, shitty things that harm people, which is the reason I don't like him. Okay? You guys are drinking the Kool-Aid. You guys drink the Kool-Aid so fucking much, okay, that you guys think that's just like, oh, everybody hates Trump and that's why they never say anything good about him. No, he just is consistently, overwhelmingly, and unequivocally doing bad things. Okay? And that's why I don't like him. If he was to do good things, then I would like him. But he doesn't do good things. Okay? I don't have some inbred hatred for Donald Trump. I didn't wake up one day and be like, oh, I just don't like Donald Trump because he's Donald Trump. It's because he is a literal 34 times felon. He is literally an adjudicated of sexual assault. Okay? He literally defrauded a children's cancer charity. Okay? These are real things that have happened. He sexualized his own daughter. He sexualized a 10-year-old. Okay? He is in the Epstein files. I can't even keep track of how many times, because every time I say a number on here, okay, I get corrected with a higher number that somehow exists. Okay? Every day there's a new higher number of the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of times that he is in the Epstein files. Okay? And now the president of No New Wars, okay, is now in a war, okay? Now is in a war, okay, where people are fucking dying and we have no game plan, we have no objective, okay? We have no way out of this, okay? And you guys are still trying to find a way to defend it.
Annihilate every government official that's in Iran. That's the game plan.
Cool. I'm glad you know that because Trump doesn't.
Because he doesn't have to say every goddamn thing that he's going to do.
No, it's because he doesn't know anything, and you just think you can make it up as you go.
Well, no. I mean, okay. Do you really think that aliens exist, or are they going to really tell the truth on that? Whether they do or do not exist, or are they really going to tell the truth? I mean,
We're not at war with aliens, sir.
To what?
We're not at war with aliens yet.
Well, no matter what side is in power, they don't always tell the truth, and they don't share the game plan with all of the world because that would why? Because they would ruin the
name
game
one
plan
war
to
conflict.
defeat them.
Name one war or conflict that the American administration hasn't shared objectives. Name one.
What was the question?
Name one war or conflict the United States has ever had where the administration did not tell you the objective prior.
Would Venezuela count?
Even Venezuela, as shitty as is, even Venezuela's, we knew the objective. Take out Maduro. Easy. Cool stuff.
But we
take out Maduro.
But
that was a singular operation, sir. I'm talking about something that lasted more than 3 hours.
I'm trying to think whether it would be Kosovo or that was like when I was in middle school, so I don't really know about that. Or Libya.
Libya, take out Gaddafi and execute regime change. Easy stuff.
No, I'm just whether
Iraq,
they're saying it or not.
take out freaking Saddam Hussein. Freaking get rid of weapons of mass destruction, even though that was a fucking lie, and execute regime change. We knew what the objectives were. Okay? We knew what the objectives were. Even when the objectives were based on a fucking lie, we knew what the objectives were. This is the only one where they're just like, what's the objectives? I guess we'll wait and see. I wonder what we can make up with the objectives later. Right? Oh, we don't want to tell you objectives because when we fail, then we won't know what. Then we'll be stuck. So we'll just wait and tell you. Vietnam, we had an objective. It was a dumb objective. It wasn't a possible objective, but we had an objective. Afghanistan, again, not a possible objective. Okay, not a smart objective, but we had objectives. Okay, we knew what we were sending troops to and what the plan was for them on why they were there. We knew why our tax dollars were going to that. We knew why we were sending our troops, our sons, our daughters, why we were sending people to that conflict. We knew why. This one, they will not give us an answer.
Okay. When this all started on February 28th, correct?
I don't know. It feels like a million years ago, whatever the date was.
Okay. So, February 28th, March 28th, April 28th. They have until April 28th to get this resolved because then they, destroyed the Iran Navy. Totally
get what resolved? We don't have an objective. You can't resolve something without an objective, sir. You can't resolve something without an objective. Okay? In order to have a resolve, in order to resolve something, there has to be an end game for what we need to resolve. Okay? If the end game is regime change, then I need to know that so that we know whether we succeeded or not. Okay? The problem is we cannot have a resolution to something if we do not have an objective to why we are there. That's what I am saying. That's the point. He can't resolve something in 3 months if we don't know what the end game is.
Okay. All right. Well, I think it's a regime change, whether you want to believe it or not. And they're not going to tell you. They never will until, like, I guess we'll have to wait until April 28th because
until they figure out whether they did it or not. That's what you mean.
Do what?
They won't tell you what the objective is until they figure out whether they've done it. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to fight this thing and then they're going to figure out what they did and then tell you that's what the objective was. I want you guys to all listen right here, okay? Right here. This is what we're doing right now, okay? All they're going to do is leave and then tell you that whatever they did was the objective. Okay? That's what they're going to do. That's how they're going to try to trick you. And then Fox News and everybody else is going to be out there being like, see, we accomplished our goal, when they didn't make the goal until after they found out what they already did. Okay? This is why they will not give anyone an objective. This is why they will not give anyone a reason why they're there. This is why. The reason why they won't do it is so they can make it up later. Okay? That's why. Mark this. Okay. I'll cut it, put it on a video later. That way everyone can put it out there and everyone can mark the day, okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to get off the phone with you because I've been on the phone with you. Well, not really that too long, but I'm just moving on. So hope you have a good one, okay?
We'll run for president and make a change.
You don't need to be president to make a change, man. There's lots of people that make a lot more change in this world than the president does, but might still be better than this one, but maybe one day. Shush, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Say, do you think Trump thinks we all have dementia? How would he know he has dementia? He doesn't know. He's worried about curtains and whether he's gonna get his pudding later. Okay, he doesn't fucking know. Dog, thank you so much for the $5. And MAGA be lying just to be lying. Elementary IQ. They get it from Trump. That's actually where they learn it from. They turn on Fox News and they figure it out. Lovely guys, thank you so much for the $2. Say, when did Trump become president of Iran? I don't know. I thought that was Rubio, actually. Yo, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you so much. We do this like 5 days a week. Scott, thank you so much for the $2. I really appreciate that. Also, saying I hate Trump, in case you forgot. I did not forget. I actually think about it daily. Actually, every day I wake up and I wonder if Scott still hates Trump, and I have to answer it every single time as a yes. So just to let you know, Scott, you're the first thing I think of every morning as I wake up next to my beautiful girlfriend. I think about just you. Okay, just you every single morning. Sorry. I need to stop playing around too much. I play around too damn much, y'all. Y'all are wild. Thank you so much. It's Cher. I appreciate that. Here we go. Also thinks about Scott, by the way. Here we go over in my TikTok chat. Said he also thinks about Scott every morning. Oh my God. Anyways. Jen said, genuine question. What is America's beef with Cuba all of a sudden? All right, I'm going to make this a quick one. I don't want to go like completely into it, but it's Marco Rubio, okay? It's Marco Rubio. If I actually remember when Marco Rubio ran for president back in, what did he run in? 2020? 2016? 2020? He actually talked about this. It was actually on his campaign trail. He talked about it when he was running for senator. His family is descended from Cuba. They have a huge beef with the Cuban government, and he has a huge coalition, especially in South Florida, especially me being from Florida. that wants to overtake Cuba, that wants to overtake the Cuban regime and to expel it completely. They have talked about that. And again, not that, everything that's been going on in Cuba is good. It's not. It's horrible. But that is his main priority. And I think that is actually one of the biggest reasons that he actually joined Donald Trump's cabinet, because honestly, he did not fit the profile. I think that he actually did it for this moment, right? For this ability to try to influence Donald Trump to try to make change in Cuba. And Donald Trump, just like he is influenced by Netanyahu, is dumb enough to do this also. So
insane.
That's the short story. We can go into another day when we're doing a little bit more friendly stuff. But yeah, that's the short story. So thank you so much, Jen. And Scott, thank you so much for the $5. Says he's flattered that I think about him. You should be. You're welcome. And Kay, thank you so much for the $20 super chat too. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Big W's in the chat for everybody who supported and helped support my gift gallery and super chats and all that stuff. I am going to get off for the night, so I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys tomorrow right around either 6 or 7. Set your notify me, and I will do it early, okay? So make sure you guys know. All right.